Hello everybody, how are we? Welcome to Wednesday. Hope everyone's Wednesday is off to a good start. I am hungry. I of course have not eaten breakfast yet, so pardon me, I may take a bite or two of some snacks while we're streaming, but today is Save the Elephant Day. So happy Save the Elephant Day, everybody. I'm going to be drawing elephants. You don't have to draw elephants if you don't want to, but that's what I will be doing. Yeah. I found this really cool thing that's like a three-dimensional, like, rotatable turnaround skeleton of an elephant, which I thought was pretty cool. So I'm probably going to be using that to do some skeletal studies this morning. I'll actually, it's linked in the, thank you Amaze, by the way, for pinning that. It's linked in the Pinterest. If you go to that Pinterest page, I think I put it in the African elephant section because it's an African elephant turnaround. But I'm going to be, I took a screenshot of it, it's here on screen, and I'll be probably looking at it off screen while I draw. But anyway, it looks really helpful. It's a great resource to use, like if you're trying to figure out what's going on in a reference, you can, you know, consult that and see what's going on underneath the skin so you can kind of figure out where things are supposed to go. Yes, elephants. Hey, Charlie's Dragon. How are you? Hey, Dusky Woods. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good in your world. And Germ's Turn. Hello, hello. And Silvolt. Hi. Thank you all for being here. I love elephants. They're great. I'm gonna start off doing a few, like I said, skeletal studies, and I'll probably hop into doing some like more colored renderings, maybe. But if anybody wants to draw along and they don't feel like drawing elephants today, that is also okay. You are more than welcome to do any kind of a study. This is just sort of an accountability session to keep us all drawing and working from observation. So if you need some accountability art buddies right now, hello, me too. Let's draw together. And also eat breakfast. Okay. I will return to this. Hey Amaze, how are ya? Thanks for being here. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Pencil is acquired. Here we are. You submitted your channel for Camp Chaos. Nice. I hope you get in. Yeah, it was awesome. I highly recommend that. If anybody is an art streamer or a creative streamer or just wants to do like a fun camp session style thing, you could teach something, you could just do what you normally do on stream. I had a great time doing it last year. For those who were here last year, you can go watch that VOD if you want to. I think it just posted to YouTube actually like a week or two ago. But you should definitely all go check out Art and Jess' stream. Art and Jess is the one who, really that whole community kind of hosts Camp Chaos for the month of July. And signups are open right now through the end of April. So thank you for reminding me, Amaze. I had a great time. I think it's a great way to meet other members of the art community and kind of like expand your, I don't know, just expand your network, I guess, of people you know on Twitch. So if you're a newer streamer or if you struggle to kind of do, like, find time to go pop into chats and hang out, it's hard to do, but it's a great way to like kind of spotlight your stream. So. And just like meet other cool streamers. There's so many awesome people that stream all in July, and you might find your next favorite art streamer there, or creative streamer, or maker and crafter, or whoever. So definitely recommend checking it out. Okay, let's get started with elephants. Sorry, I'm just so hungry. I'm gonna open this orange and just have it here ready to go for when I want to snack on it inevitably in a few moments. I'm sorry that it's taking me a minute. I got really caught up this morning looking up references for elephants. Go figure. Wow, surprise. That never happens. Casey went on a rabbit hole about animals, found lots of cool pictures to draw. It doesn't ever happen, but it did happen this morning, and so I did not have a chance to eat breakfast. I'm probably gonna be really hungry in like half an hour. I'm already kind of hungry, but yeah, so pardon me for just a second. I'm just kind of preparing this orange for eating so that I can get into it without making a huge mess while I'm streaming. There we go. Okay. There we are. That'll work. It was already sort of messy. Okay. Well, I'll just be a mess, I guess. Try not to get sticky hands on anything. Okay, I'm gonna get started. If anybody wants to draw along and does any studies this morning that you'd like to share, we do have a Discord, and there is a art gym section in there where you can drop your studies. So feel free to do that if you would like to, but I'm gonna get started with some elephants because I think they're great. And I'm really excited. I do celebrate a lot of the elephant days here at the art gym. There's like Thai Elephant Day, there's just general Elephant Day. Today is Save the Elephant Day. I will take any excuse to draw an elephant. They are my favorite animals. I think they're wonderful. They're so intelligent, they're so interesting. They're animals that have their own culture, which is wild to think about. And rituals and like traditions, and it's just really cool that there's other animals here on this planet that do things like that. If you're ever worried your front teeth are too big, just remember that an elephant's tusks are its two front teeth. That's true. That's true. They are teeth. They are not bones. They are highly, highly specialized teeth. Oh, thank you, Rayar, for the hydrate. I just got that one done. Let's do some positive news. I love a positive news. Let's start our Wednesday with some positive news. What do we have on the Good News Network today? News Network, what do we have? Hey Real Fopu, how are you? Thanks for popping in. Let's see, what has happened in the last 24 hours? Aww. Oh no. These are all going to make me cry. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. I like this one. So here's my good news of the day. Kindness activists. I love that. I love the idea of a kindness activist. Can we all just be kindness activists, please? I think that would... Can you just imagine how great the world would be if that was like everybody's MO? They're adding benches to city bus stops after a man with a cane has to sit on a curb. My area neighbor who suffers from chronic pain prohibiting him from bending his legs, and he just got surgery. Now he's sitting on the ground in downtown Berkeley because we don't have benches at the bus stops. I love this. I love that somebody saw a problem, was like, well, we need to fix that. It sounds like there has been complaints lodged, and this person just decided to make the bench and stick it out there. They chained it to the sign so that doesn't have to happen anymore. I love this. Dozens of benches soon on the way. San Francisco Bay Area Bench Collective. I love this. This is great. This is great. Good Samaritans. Love a Good Samaritan. If you want to read this whole article, here it is. I love the Good News Network. I think it's a great way to start the day. If you are somebody who has bad news fatigue, can't imagine why any of us would, there's some good news. There are good things happening out there in the world. And I like to be reminded of that. So thank you for redeeming that, Rayor. It's a nice way to kind of interrupt the doom scrolling on the social media news that tends to happen. Okay, I have a bunch of redeems to clear. Hold on. Hydrate, posture checks. Yeah, mine were probably bad yesterday. There we go. Positive news. Okay. Well, thank you, Rayor. I hope you all enjoyed that positive news. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm good. And with that positive news story under my belt, I'm ready to tackle these elephants. Okay, let's get started. So I'm gonna actually start with this guy down here. This skeleton, let me show you really fast. I don't know if it might crash my stream, so wish me luck, but let's see. I found this really cool 3D skeleton of an elephant. Link you guys that one as well if you want it. It's awesome. You can just like rotate it. You can zoom in to like really see what's going on. I think this is cool because it's really hard to find pictures, especially of animals like these, from like every angle. So if you're trying to draw like a difficult pose, this is fantastic. So I'm actually gonna have this off screen over here to the right, and I'll probably be sketching. I'll probably do like a couple of turnarounds or something and just kind of try and think about just the proportions. Like look at the shape of that rib cage. It kind of, everybody says that, you know, elephants are fat, right? But they're really just, they have really thick skin surrounding a very unique body plan. So like this, you might think, oh, the tummy sticks out, that must be its belly fat, but it's not true. And so learning about that is going to help you know how to pose an elephant if you're like, say, making a running pose, right? Instead of making it look like its body, like its rib cage is jiggling, you'll have to know, oh, that's not just like fatty tissue. That's actually, there's a structure there and it's not super mobile. So yeah, stuff like that is good to know. You are sleepy? It's only 12:23 a.m. or p.m. Rayor. But yeah, very cool. So I'm gonna have this over here on the side. I'm gonna draw from that a little bit. 12 a.m. Oh gosh, I would be in bed. I'm impressed that you are awake. Guy who built a site where you can rotate a skull and it crawls in it to find photos of the animal head at that angle. Oh, interesting. I would be interested in a link to that. That sounds really, As long as they're not using AI images, because those are extremely unhelpful. And so I'd be curious to see if they are actually using real photos and how they are limiting that from picking up stuff that's not a real animal. Welcome in, Azura Morose. Hello, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for coming in and hanging out for a bit. We are about to get into the art gym. It's like a study session that we do Monday through Wednesday for anyone who's not been here before. We basically just do studies. I always recommend doing studies from real things if you can, like things that are actually in the world around you. Obviously I don't have an elephant here, so I'm going to be drawing from some elephant photos. But the whole idea here is to build up our skill set, right? So that we can learn how to draw better from imagination. And the way to do that, in my opinion, is to draw from observation, to learn about the real world, to learn how things actually work so that you can learn what rules to break and where to bend them and all that good stuff. So Amaze aw, thank you, Amaze. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate that. Well, thank you for taking him up on the recommendation. I hope I don't disappoint. Gosh, pressure is on. And it's okay if I do. But yeah, we're gonna do just a study session, and then at the end of the next, like, it goes for usually about an hour and a half, 2 hours, so I would say around 11 is probably when we're gonna start looking at stuff that you guys have done. So if anybody wants to draw along, do any kind of studies, you don't have to draw elephants. I'm just doing that because it's Save the Elephant Day and I love elephants, but if anybody wants to do some other kind of study, feel free to do that. Yeah, thanks for dropping in the Discord, Rayor. I'm really curious about how they achieve that and how effective it is. That does sound like a really useful art reference tool for sure. Twitch is acting up and I'm not in the mood for it. Oh no, Twitch has been kind of twitchy for me lately too, actually. Okay, so this is an African elephant skull, right? So it's not going to be exactly the same proportions if you're drawing, say, an Asian elephant. But it is helpful to be able to have a basic familiarity with the anatomy of these creatures. So you got these tall neural spines back here. You've got these nice shoulder blades. It is sort of hard to see from this screenshot some of the details. I may have to look over at the other window. But yeah, it's just nice to be reminded of where all this stuff is. Like here's those collarbones, there's the sternum, and just trying to think about like what role these bones actually play in the structure of the critter is helpful too. If you'll notice, for example, the knees of the elephant are way down at the bottom, right? A lot of people might think that they are elsewhere. A lot of people just draw elephant legs like tree trunks, and you don't think about the anatomy going on underneath. And so the idea here is that because I've studied this, I can now basically tell you, like, oh, here's the hip, there's the knee, there's the ankle, and elephants are actually walking on their tiptoes. So you'll notice these little bumps at the back, that's actually the heel of the animal. So that's like the wrist or the heel part. And so they've really got these little toe bones in there. And then these huge, huge fatty foot pads, obviously to cushion for all that weight. So it's kind of fun to pay attention to those things. And by studying the anatomy, you're going to then be able to break down the reference images more easily. So when you go to actually draw from reference, you'll kind of have a better understanding of what you're looking at, right? You'll know this isn't fat, this is a rib cage, you know? You'll know all kinds of stuff. It's just helpful. It's just helpful. Yeah, Talk Shop might be good. Yeah, thank you so much, Rior. You've looked at that before on oh, have you? Yeah, that's awesome. I've never heard of that. That sounds really cool. Yeah, Art Gym is more for finished like studies, Rior. So yeah, Talk Shop would be good, I think. We don't really have a resource channel. Yeah, everything that's a resource kind of ends up in Talk Shop, I think. We've talked about adding one. I just kind of worry because I feel like I have so many channels. I don't want people to feel overwhelmed. Sometimes when there's too many options, you get a little overwhelmed, and so I don't know. Yeah, there's a few channels I may actually take away, or like combine with other channels, just to make it a little more streamlined. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. And it's not a big deal if somebody puts something in the wrong channel. A mod can move it or just ask you to move it. Sometimes you just aren't familiar enough with the server to know where things go, and that's totally okay. It's not like a demerit or anything. You've been guilty of the drawing tree trunks? Everybody has, I'm sure. Yeah, the knees are lower. You never notice. Yeah, and that's the thing about about looking at the skeleton, is it makes you notice where, and that's going to help you, right? Because then if you go to draw an elephant sitting, you can think about where the knees are. But that's part of why I'm going to try to focus on like action poses today with elephants, because I want to think about the anatomy. It's been a while since I really focused on elephants, but I really love them, and they do feature in my webcomic Drift. And so I'm kind of in like an elephant section for that comic too. And so I kind of feel like I need to be pretty intentional about my elephant anatomy right now. So it's a good excuse for me to practice for a project, you know? And if anybody wants to read Drift, it's on Tapas and Webtoons. It's kind of on hiatus at the moment, but I am slowly but surely building up a backlog of pages. Hoping to really relaunch it later this year, but we'll see. We'll see if I can get enough of a backlog to warrant a relaunch. My goal is like 40 pages backlog, because I feel like that would enable me to have a really good buffer for like a weekly or even a bi-weekly posting schedule. But I also worry, because I know how my schedule is right now, because I'm not full-time freelance. I only have half the week to work on stuff, and that's, I don't know. I don't know if that's enough for it to, I don't know. Because it can take me a while sometimes when I get really busy. And I have other projects I gotta work on, so I don't know. I'm still kind of thinking about how I want to tackle doing and it may just be that I can't have a regular schedule with Drift for a while, unless I am freelance, like full-time. I don't know. Anyway, I'll think about it more. Pachyderms, yeah! Pachyderms are awesome. Did you guys know they used to put hippos and rhinos in pachyderm? And then pachyderm is no longer a term, apparently? I didn't know that until pretty recently. I'm so used to thinking about pachyderms as, like, elephants. But yeah, apparently pachyderm used to be considered elephants, rhinos, and hippos, because they all have really thick skin, so they thought they were all related. If you actually click my Pinterest board, I don't have it as pachyderm, but I have it as thick-skinned critters, because if I'm thinking about thick-skinned animals, those are the three I think of. So they're all, even though they're not related, yeah, it's descriptive term, not related. So even though they're not related, most of my Pinterest I do try to keep in the scientific families and groups, but this one I tend to want to look at those animals all at the same time. So for me, it just makes more sense to put them together. Even though, again, they are not actually related to one another. Ooh. Yeah, I think a lot of people would. Yeah, even somebody, yeah, there's so many Discord servers. Exactly, Charlie's Dragon. You gotta share things that don't fit too well on any channel. I figure people are just doing the best they can. Like, the whole purpose of having, at least for me, the whole purpose of having different channels is just so that it makes it easier for you guys to find stuff, or for me to find stuff, right? It's more like, if you just post everything in general chat, things just get swept away pretty quickly. So having different channels is helpful if I want to see photos, or if I want to see videos, or if I want to see stuff that's about art, like industry stuff, you know, talk shop. But it can be hard. Yeah. What will come out first? Oh no, should we race Charlie's Dragon? I bet I'll win. I bet. Don't tell him I said that. Oh my gosh, hopefully, oh, that's so funny. I don't know though, I've been wanting to get Drift going for a while now. Like, I wanted to last year, and then I just got really busy with everything else that was happening, so we'll see. We'll see. Made a little hybrid. You made a hybrid for a little hybrid war. I don't know what that means, but I'm glad you're having fun. Okay, I got too many windows open. Hold on. I'm pretty sure my OBS is gonna crash if I don't close some stuff. There we go. Okay. Guys, I'm so confused. Does anyone know why OBS displays people's names as different colors than it shows on Twitch? It makes it extremely confusing. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Heather. Yeah, thanks for checking it out. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully, my goal is like by the fall I'll have started up the pages again, but we'll see, because if I'm getting back into conventions this year, it kind of depends on how many of those, if any, I get into, and how much work I have to do to prepare, so. I'm sure you did, Amaze. I'm sure you did. I have full confidence in you. Okay. So if anyone is just now joining in and you're like, oh, I kind of want to try this, maybe set a timer. Maybe see like, maybe 30 minutes. That's usually my goal, is 30 minutes of warm-up sketching, just to kind of get the art flowing. Sometimes drawing from observation or reference like this can help with art block, with kind of just getting ideas generated, thinking about something maybe you don't think about normally. But when you do this, I always recommend trying to start with the big shapes first. Think about the anatomy, like think about the stuff we just drew. You've got these huge shoulders, this huge rib cage, this large head. Like, those are some of the things that should be drawn first before you draw the details. Just kind of loop in the shapes. That tends to be my approach. I don't know why I said loop in, but that's just, I tend to draw in circles, so maybe that's why. But then it kind of gives you an opportunity to check your proportions and make sure that everything is kind of positioned where it ought to be before you get too into the details, right? And again, we're not really that worried about copying the reference. The goal here is not to make an exact replica of the image. The goal is to learn. So you should be asking yourself questions like, what am I actually drawing? Like, what's going on here? Oh, this is the skull. This is that hard brow ridge that I just studied. And so I can like think about that. If I have this reference open, I can even turn the elephant to be in this pose so that I can kind of look and double check my work, you know? Very helpful stuff. Gotta love a good skeletal reference. I do think it's kind of funny. I feel like I'm getting a reputation sort of for like being all about studies and reference, and it's funny to hear that, and it's good, but it's like, man, that has just not been a focus for me for most of, I would say, most of my art career, and I'm trying to make it a focus, so it's very funny that just by like, I don't know, publicly attempting to correct a bad behavior of never using or never like making time to study references, that I'm becoming known for that, which is kind of cool and very amusing if anybody actually saw my real art habits. But I'm trying to make a better habit here, so thank you all for being my accountability partners and keeping me accountable to actually doing studies and actually thinking about improving and drawing things I don't normally draw. So I appreciate the company and I appreciate the encouragement. I only say that because I went on someone's stream last night and they were like, oh, this person is like all about reference and studies, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I do a lot of that on Twitch, but I want to be all about studies. I want to do better studies. I feel like my studies are still very like chicken scratchy, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to get there. I'd love to develop like a study style or something, but right now I feel like I'm still pretty directly representational with the critters and things that I draw, you know? Thank you, Rior. I appreciate you sharing that. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. I'll have to go check that out after stream. If people haven't chosen a set color, it'll give them a random color. You have a chosen color, so you don't show up as green. You don't show up as the same. You don't show up as the same type of green Charlie's Dragon. That's why I'm confused. Like at the start of the stream, you showed up as like a dark green, but then like 10 minutes ago, it switched to like this bright neon green instead, and it's extremely confusing. Because I thought somebody else was in chat, and I was like, oh wait, it's Charlie's Dragon. Let me eat a little more of this orange. When in doubt, always blame the gremlins. You can't really draw mammals? You probably could. Justin Paleo Artist. It's just a matter of sitting down and practicing, and that's what this is all about. It's about drawing stuff you're not familiar and comfortable with so that you can get familiar and comfortable with it. The nice thing about art is it is a skill. It is not just a magic inborn talent, it is something anyone can develop. You just have to have the motivation and the time, really. Now for me, I have lacked motivation for most of my life to draw, for example, vehicles. I'm terrible at drawing vehicles. But it's not because I can't. I could, if I sat down and practiced. It's because I haven't put in the time to practice that I'm not currently able to draw vehicles very well. But you know, we do vehicle studies here every once in a while. We probably are overdue for another one, to be honest. Same thing with people. I just don't love drawing people. I'm not super interested in them. And so I struggle to draw them because I would rather be drawing a creature. But I'm working on that, where I'm doing a few things to try and change that, because for me, you know, I'm trying to make this my profession. This isn't just a hobby for me. So I have a little bit different motivators. Some people, you know, you may not have a lot of high motivation because you're just drawing for fun, and that's totally fine and absolutely valid, and I 100% encourage that in anybody. I think drawing is a great skill to develop for any human if you want to be curious and train your observation eye and just ask more questions, ask better questions. Definitely think everybody should think about picking up drawing as a hobby, just because it's good for your brain. It's good for your brain to analyze something closely and to think about it, to ask questions about how you could turn that. It's a creative problem-solving challenge, right? And that's always going to be good for your brain. I don't know if there's been any studies or anything done on this, but it just seems correct. Because those are all the things that they say to do if you want to prevent the onset of Alzheimer's, or, you know, prevent, you know, just like brain decay as you get older. So definitely encourage anybody who is interested in a nice, fun hobby that's going to challenge your brain and just make your life more interesting. Highly recommend picking up some kind of creative hobby, whether it's drawing or, you know, crocheting or, you know, I don't know, anything that has you doing some creative problem solving. It's going to be good for your noggin, in my humble opinion. Our online identities and reality can be so extremely different. I'm loving these art gems. Oh, I'm glad that you're enjoying them. Thank you. Struggle to make time to do studies. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, Heather. Thank you so much. I'm honestly honored that anybody would make it a point to try and come and do studies with me. I mean, you're keeping me accountable to doing this too. Like, thank you for anybody who's lurking or drawing along. Just being here for this stream series is helping me. I've done more studies for sure in the past year than I've ever done in my entire life combined. Just because it's an intentional time that I'm setting aside where it's like, this is the task I'm doing. It's like it's just, there's an expectation there, and because I'm streaming it, it's helping me meet that expectation. So that's part of why I keep saying, if anybody is an artist and you're looking for some way to get your work out there or to just develop a good habit, like streaming is great for accountability. It's great for not just sitting by yourself and drawing alone all day. Like, it's really nice to just, I think I said this yesterday, but feel like you have kind of a virtual studio almost. Gotta love having any amount of camaraderie instead of just drawing in quiet solitude all the time. So you're saying I'm not sure how you got that out of what I said, Paradox Moose, but that is not what I'm saying. For clarity, take everything I say with a grain of salt, people. I'm not a pro. I'm just here trying to learn on Twitch. That's really all I have to say about that. Art is a great catalyst for branching off in other fields. It's true, yeah. The sciences are very closely interwoven with arts, for sure. I think anything where you have to do any kind of creative problem solving or abstract thought, like you're saying, like engineering, architecture, I think there's a lot of overlap for sure. Very cool, paleo artist. I have no idea what half of those things are, but they sound very cool. Hey, Bots of Magic, how are you? It's good to see you. I think D&D DMing might have an effect on how I got into leadership roles, because you learn about scheduling. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, Rior. The elephant looks, oh, thank you. He's a fun little guy. While I don't draw, says Silver Greens, my art is 100% wrapped up in science and chemistry. Hey, there you go. As long as you're getting that creative outlet, you know, keeping your brain active. I think that's the key. It's especially important, I think, in today's world, and this might be a bit of a tangent, but so much of our entertainment is delivered to us. And there's a lot of studies that show, especially in kids, how detrimental this can be, to never have to be bored and have to imagine something and have to come up with your own entertainment. We're constantly like, as adults though too, I can't imagine it's any better for us to be constantly in front of something. It's just feeding us information. Hey, thank you for the hearts on screen. You know, like when you're a kid, I don't know about you guys, but I remember plenty of times just being like told to go outside, and that was my entertainment. You had to make your own entertainment. You know, the adults were talking, I'm at the family reunion, I'm bored, I went outside. And there's like not a lot of just imaginative play built in for a lot of kids, but even for adults, I think it's bad for us to constantly, like, instead of thinking about our own ways of interpreting the world or doing world building, like doing any kind of creative thought process, we're just sit in front of a TV and we're fed entertainment, or we sit in front of a video game and we're fed entertainment or whatever. And so I think it's important to break that up every once in a while, even as adults. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with TVs or movies, like, trust me, or games, but like, I think when that's your only creative outlet, it's not really creative. It's just like you're being fed somebody else's creative outlet, if I'm making sense. I'm not sure if I'm making total sense, but all that to say, I highly encourage anybody to find some way to do some kind of imaginative problem solving, whether it's artistic or scientific, or just like feed your curiosity somehow. Imagine a scenario, like do something, pick up writing, you know, start getting into poetry, do something. Even reading, because of the way you have to process words in order to interpret meaning, your brain is still doing a lot of that activity that's really helpful for it. Even though you are technically reading someone else's story, it's not the same thing as sitting in front of a TV and just watching a movie. So find something, man. Let's keep our brains active. We gotta be able to critically process the world. And it's really important to have an outlet like that so that you can have a brain that's sharp enough to do that. It's kind of like, you don't want to have to like run a 5K if you've never actually walked a mile, sort of thing. Waking up out of coffee, oh no! You better hurry and find some. Guys, there's so many cool artists in chat right now. Let me see if I can remember who all is in here. I don't know if they're all still here, but you guys should go follow Bots and Magic, by the way. Wonderful art streamer that we've met relatively recently here on Twitch. We've also got Dusky Woods hanging around. I've seen a few other folks whose names I cannot remember, but if I remember, I will shout you out too. Everybody go follow everybody, as I always say. It just seems to be the best approach. If everybody just follows everybody, then you'll never miss anyone. Of course, not everybody here streams, I suppose, but... this year you've definitely been trying to get better at setting aside time away from electronics. It's really important. Especially when I realized when I'm idle, I have the urge to just go find something on the computer to amuse you. Exactly, and I do that too. Like, I'm definitely not immune to that. I've actually had to block myself from YouTube a few times. Like, I have this thing, it's like a Pomodoro timer. And it's like it's something you can add. It's on my studio computer. It's not here, but it's something you can add. At least I don't think it's here. But you can add it as like an extension to your web browser, and it can actually block you from certain websites. It's a productivity extension. And so like things that I know I tend to rabbit hole on, like sometimes I keep Wikipedia on there, even though that's also very dangerous for me, just because I do need it for referencing sometimes, and it's inconvenient to have to like block and unblock it in the middle of my process and my workflow. But like YouTube, sometimes even Twitch, you guys, I love Twitch, especially like the art and sciences side and the education side of Twitch, but like I get so into the conversations that are happening, it can be very distracting. And so I've had to start limiting my time on certain sites, and it does help a lot. Because yeah, it's sometimes it's like you're idle and you just feel like you should be filling that time with something, and I think we forget that like idle time is actually brain processing time. Like it's important to have some downtime where you're not actively doing something. I kind of wonder, and this is just me speculating, but I kind of wonder if that's why I've been having some sleep issues, because for the last year or two really, I've been filling like every down minute that I have with something. Like there's something on a to-do list, or there's something I need to be doing, like social media posts or interactions on social media, or like stuff that's like pushing the needle forward for my art career. And while that stuff's all really important, and definitely I need to make time for all of it, I definitely don't think I stop doing something. Like even right now I'm multitasking. Like I've got laundry going. I'll probably get up in a second and grab that and move it to the dryer, but like there's just like not a moment of my day that's not doing at least one, if not two or three tasks. I got VODs downloading, got things processing, like it's... And I think the problem is like the minute I lay down to go to sleep, that's the first time my brain has had downtime in the whole day. And so I kind of think that's part of why I am struggling to fall asleep, because that's, other than like maybe some health habits that I haven't maintained very well, that's the only other thing I can think of that's changed. Because I used to be a really good sleeper. Like I've always been able to just kind of fall asleep when it's time to sleep. And then all of a sudden, in the last couple of years, I've had trouble staying asleep. So like sometimes falling asleep is the problem, but normally it's staying asleep that I've been struggling with. It's like I'll wake up and then immediately the minute I'm awake, my brain is like in go mode. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I need to find time to, it sounds weird and crazy, but I think I just need to find time to literally schedule downtime in my day and be like, it is okay to just sit on the couch and think for a second, for like 20 minutes right here, and just like, please just do that so that you can sleep tonight. And I think I might have to start trying that and just see, and it may not work. I may come back in like 2 weeks and be like, well, that didn't work, try something else. But yeah, it's been a really like pretty disruptive struggle for me the past year. It's getting better. But I kind of think that might be part of the problem, is I'm just not, I work 6 days a week and I just don't get enough downtime. And like even on my day off, on Sunday, I still sometimes fill it to the brim with like socializing with people who I never see because I'm working all the time, or fill it up with like calls to friends and family, or just like I'm constantly doing, streaming a game here. Like I just don't really have a ton of downtime. So I don't know, something I'm thinking about. I don't know if anybody else can relate to that. Let's see, Silver Grain says it's a bit of a garbage in, garbage out as well. Yeah, we collect things that influence us through media, so there's still value there, but not everything has strong. Yeah, that's true, and you gotta be kind of careful with what you take in. I super agree with the garbage in, garbage out thing, Silver Grains. I actually have like things that I won't watch. It's like if a movie or a show has like torture scenes in it, or like some other things I'm not going to mention on Twitch that are pretty traumatic, I just won't watch it. That's mostly because I don't want to try to lay down at night and be thinking about that, because the way my brain works is like all like those things become intrusive thoughts, and like I just don't want that to be something that's part of my world building, my artistic process, my event, like any of that. So I definitely try to filter at least some things. Critically process the world. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad it made sense. Yeah, exactly. I think it's just a happiness thing too. Fortunate necessity to constantly check emails. I know, it's hard to escape. Conditioned me to habitually check throughout every app. I'm the same way, Barbawette. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm sure most of you know, but I was a teacher for many years. And holy cow, that job is not a job, it's a lifestyle, and it just never stops. Like, you're constantly doing something related to it. And so I got into the bad habit of just like constantly working, and then working in real, like my actual life stuff around all my obligations for that. And it's kind of, I think, a habit I really haven't stopped. In some ways, I think it prepared me to be able to work a lot for like what I'm trying to do now, like getting into illustration and stuff. Like I do definitely, I think I have a pretty strong work ethic for the most part. I mean, I get distracted sometimes, but I'm pretty much constantly doing something for the operation, right? But it's also a bad habit, because it means like when it is time to relax, I have a really hard time relaxing, and I feel kind of guilty, like I could be doing something else. And that, I think that's the dangerous piece, is it's like you have to remind yourself that doing something else is helpful to the goal of being productive, and constantly doing something is actually hurting your ability to be productive, because you're going to be operating at like 50% all the time, instead of recharging your batteries and then going to 100%. So I feel like taking a day off, at least one day where I'm not doing anything on a to-do list, is a great step in the right direction. And I've been doing that for over a decade now, and I highly recommend it to anybody who isn't already working that into your schedule. I know it sounds crazy, but taking a whole day every week, at least one, to do nothing on a to-do list, can't recommend it enough. It was totally like game-changing for me as far as like restfulness and being able to like step into a new week fully charged if I took one day totally off. And sometimes it feels like that's impossible. It definitely did for the first few years when I was doing it, but I was strict, and you know, I've never had a deadline not get accomplished. I've never had any bad effect. I've only had good effects from it. So I think we're just so conditioned to think we have to be working, especially in the Western world, that it's hard to make yourself not work. But it does actually help you a lot. But I think I also need to work in rest into my daily schedule. So I think I'm kind of like on a journey, right, with working and resting. It's like, okay, I've got the one day a week off down. Like that is my day to take a walk, to take a nap, to read a book, to play a game, to talk with friends, like to do anything that is like fun, life-giving, reinvigorating for me. That's kind of my rule there. Nothing on a to-do list. Nothing that feels like a task of any kind. Like, I don't even do chores on my day off. I don't do it. Like, my day off is my day off. And I highly recommend it. It was kind of an adjustment, actually, when I moved in with my roommate, because I had to tell her, like, hey, like, I know you might see me just, like, sitting around on Sundays, but I'm not gonna work. Like, I don't do anything that's like, the dishes, well, I'll take care of them on Monday kind of thing. But it works out fine, I think. But now I think I need to work in something like a daily sort of a rest, maybe a siesta. I've heard that, like, is it Spain? There's a country in Europe, I want to say it's Spain, that actually has like a almost mandated, like built-in break time in the middle of the day. I think it's Spain, and they have a siesta where it's like businesses shut down for this like lunch hour, like everything just kind of stops, and it's like an hour or two every single day. And I think that is a great idea. I think that is amazing, and I wish we could implement something like that. Hey Chris Wright, how you doing? It's good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Chris Wright's another artist you guys should go follow, by the way, if you aren't already. We're talking about rest and work, Chris. The temptation for especially small business owners or artists or creatives to just be workaholics, I think, is extremely strong. Yeah, so we're talking about the benefits of rest. Your sleep for a few years has been bad, says Kaiser. So pre-bed is my electronic detox time. after a video game about meditation. Oh, interesting. See, I've tried some of that stuff and I think sometimes it works for me, but I've actually started trying to implement like I want it to be no technology for an hour before I try to go to sleep, but in reality it's usually more like half an hour. So right now my goal is like no technology a half an hour before bedtime, so just like quiet time. I'm not laying down trying to sleep, I'm just like relaxing, like maybe reading a book or maybe meditating or journaling or like doing something that is not on a screen with light. And I keep my light really low in my room when I do it. And it usually works pretty well. But I'd love to get it to an hour before bed just because I feel like it's just like that much more time for my brain to decompress, you know? Sometimes I spend half of that time in the shower, just like being, which is nice too. You woke up at 3 a.m. in a good mood. Well, that's good. Can relate. Yeah, good. It's good to spend time just thinking. That doesn't subconsciously feel like stolen time. That's the trick. I like the way you said that. It does kind of feel like stolen time, and that's hard. It's hard to retrain your brain to think downtime equals productivity in the future, because it doesn't feel productive in the moment, but you have to like know cognitively that it's down the road that you're gonna reap the benefits of this rest time right now. It's tough. I have to like constantly think about it. Trying to create an art career while working full-time is so much. Yeah, so I actually work part-time. Thankfully, I'm able to do that, and it takes care of my basic needs and my health insurance. But I do put in like 40 plus hours a week with illustration and studio time, and so that's the part that can become super draining, because it's hard to maintain productivity when you've already worked. You know, sometimes I'll go in after my shifts at my day job if they end early, or I'll go in before if they start late. So it does make it kind of a balancing act. And I can imagine trying to do it with like kids or a family or something. That would be even harder. So hats off to anybody trying to make that happen. I don't know how you do it. Curating my YouTube feed into about creativity first. Yes, Rayor, I do this too. So I have 2 YouTube accounts. I have my main YouTube account, which is Casey Snow, if anybody wants to follow me there. That's just art, so I only look at art videos. I think I've actually turned the algorithm off. You can do that, I forget how, but you can actually turn off recommended videos or like history reading on YouTube, so it doesn't like keep suggesting me things that are similar to things I've already watched, because that just sucks you into a rabbit hole. So I've actually turned that off. So the only suggestions I get on that account are like music, which is fine. And then I have my personal account, which if I want to do mindless entertainment or like listen to a documentary or something on YouTube, I go do it on that account so that I can like keep all that separate. I do recommend doing that for sure. Try to integrate time in nature. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, yesterday, for anyone who missed yesterday's stream, we did outdoor plein air painting for the warm-up stream time, for the art gym time. It was great actually to just be outside, get some sun, like hang out with some animals. Had an awesome time. Long-term project while you're outside, that's great. It's been great to have that time traveling. Yeah, that sounds awesome. That sounds really healthy. Silver greens. I tend to assume the mood of whatever show or movie I watch. Yes, those are facts. Especially if you're a really empathetic person, I can relate to this. Because I definitely struggle to watch certain things because they get me really nervous or really sad, or like... That's actually, I don't know, okay, so if anyone else is like this, it sounds like maybe you are, Bragolet. But that's actually part of why, this is going to sound super cheesy, but remember, I am a cheesy person, so don't judge me. That's part of why I like to start my new year, like at some point in January. Sounds so silly. I will watch the movie Soul. Have you guys seen Soul? Pixar's Soul? Holy cow. That movie, the first time I saw that movie, I actually, like, I was not ready. That movie, I relate to the main character in that movie so strongly. For so many reasons. Oh my gosh. Welcome in. I can't even read who that is, but welcome. We're talking about work and rest and how that's important for the creative process. Is it Uchokami? Welcome in. How was your stream? Thank you so much for that generous raid. I appreciate you bringing your community here. What kind of art were you working on? If it's work safe, I'd love to see it. Feel free to drop it in the chat. Yes, it's always important, Darkstar, and it's so hard to work it in. Hey, Fields Beyond, how are you? Welcome in. But yeah, I recommend the movie Soul, honestly. If anybody wants to feel inspired, I don't know, that movie, it has such a good message about, literally the whole message is about, at the end, I don't know, spoiler I guess, but it's about just enjoying life basically. And I just find it not only a beautiful looking movie, but just a beautiful message. And like, this is the only life you get, you know, so don't miss it kind of messaging. And it's so easy to miss when you get so caught up in work and you don't get to actually enjoy like this beautiful planet we live on and all the wonderful, like there are wonderful people out there, and it's really easy to miss that by sitting on the sidelines or getting too hyper-focused and even in the zone. I mean, they talk about all these creative things. I don't want to give too much of the plot away, but it's great. You guys should all watch it if you haven't. I love Soul. And I always watch it at the beginning of the year because it kind of motivates me to like refocus a little bit, which sounds cheesy. But anyway, I'm doing the art gym for anybody who's just coming on the raid. I'm so sorry. The art gym is this it's like an accountability study session that we do Monday through Wednesday around here. We do different topics. It's not always animals. Sometimes it's, you do gesture drawings of humans or architecture or vehicles or landscapes or all kinds of stuff. But it's like a practice study session, just kind of an opportunity to do the practice that we all say we should be doing as artists and we often don't make time to do. I'm mostly speaking about me here. I started streaming it because I need accountability, because I need to do more of this and I'm just not making the time on my own, so I'm streaming that process. So if anybody wants to draw along, it's kind of a community draw along thing that we do. There's a Discord you can join if you'd like to, where you can share your studies. As long as they're studies, drop them in the art gym. If it's another type of work, there's other channels for that. But at the end of this session, we will look at all the studies people have done and shared. So anyway, how was your stream? I'm so sorry. I just got so caught up talking about Soul. Who else do we have in here? It was good. You're working on PNG Tuber outfits. Awesome. Well, if you want to share, feel free. Or if you have a social media link you want to share, that's fine too. A bit mad at my partner taking a rest and thereby forcing me to have to take care of the house. See, now that's a whole other conversation field. You have to have balanced effort if you have a partnership for sure. But as far as like your personal well-being, yeah, I think rest is super important. But you should not rest at the expense of others. Yeah, we're doing elephants today. Yeah, it's really good. Used to use Up for motivation. Oh, that's such a sweet movie. The Discord does have food shares. Yes, you guys make me so hungry with all the food you share in there. I'm a little behind on chat, so let me try and catch up here, and then we'll get down to the bottom. And then if anybody hasn't been here before, my name is Casey. I don't always do studies like this. We do this in the morning, but in the afternoons, I'm usually working on illustrations. So I'm actually an illustrator. I'm trying to get into like children's books, book covers, graphic novels, that kind of thing. And so this is the type of stuff you can typically see me working on here, if you ever hang out. Let me snooze these ads really fast so you guys don't get stuck in ads. But yeah, so I'm mostly, like I said, mostly a digital painter. But I also do some creature design stuff. We look at sea slug dragons at the first Wednesday of the month and draw sea slug dragon things. I think it's fun. It's like a creature design challenge. And then if I go the other way, I think I'll find the other stuff. This sculpting and comics. This is that comic I was talking about earlier. So I want to teach myself how to make a graphic novel, so I've been working on this. This is actually, these are from like 2015. These are extremely old pages. But this is kind of the style of Drift. It's like African animals, telling a very human story sort of thing. And then I also sculpt. So if you like any of that stuff, stick around. We do that. Every once in a while I'll play like an art video game on Twitch. It's usually like once a month on a Sunday. In fact, the next one we're playing Dordogne. We're going to play round 2 of Dordogne on the 27th. So if anybody wants to come hang out for that, make sure you mark your calendars. There's an event on the Discord if anybody wants to check it out. But let me see if I see a link from our lovely raider. Yes, yeah, no, I could certainly go on a tangent about that too. Fields. Let's see. Germ says you used to live in Spain, and that's 100% true. That's so cool. I love that idea. Impressive boundaries. Yeah, Heather, it was hard fought, let me tell you, because I started that habit in 2014 when I was still teaching, and it felt impossible to not work the day before a school night, like a school day. Felt extremely irresponsible, but you know, like I said, I never had anything bad happen. I was not a bad teacher. Like, it was fine. I think we just tell ourselves that we have to work every minute of the day or else we'll fail, and I think that's just a lie. It's just a lie that we're taught by culture of of constantly working, because constantly working is not the same thing as being a hard worker, I don't think either, but I'm not going to go on that tirade either. There's some personalities that develop into workaholics. That's true. And some cultures that promote them. That's also true. There's a lot of facets to it, yeah. Some on a national level, some on a work industry level. Yeah, we definitely have that history here in the US, for sure. We're animals, not machines. We need to try to be kind to ourselves or we'll break down. Exactly. What are those memes that are like schedule maintenance for your equipment or your equipment will schedule it for you? Yeah, that's great. We should apply that to ourselves. Yeah. So that's why working through injuries is a bad idea. Working through burnout is a bad idea. Like, you gotta take care of yourself, for sure. Yeah, +1 to work if you rest, exactly. It's like filling up your HP bar before you go into the battle, to use another analogy. You gotta do that. Hey Miss Art Rules, how are you? Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I'm glad you had fun at the plein air sketch stream. We'll have to actually, thank you for the reminder. Let's start the, I was gonna start a community challenge to see if people wanted another one of those. So let me actually, while I'm still thinking of that, let me do that again. I don't remember how to do that. Channel points? Is this where I do it? Don't remember how to, okay, yes, mark as complete. Okay. Yeah, so if you guys are interested, let's do another community challenge. We're gonna say plein air sketch day for art gym. That was fun. We'll have to do it again if you guys want to. If you guys want to. Want to go sketch around the farm outside the studio with me? Donate some points. There we go. So once this gets, if this gets completed, I don't know, maybe not that many people want to. But once this gets completed, we will schedule another plein air sketch stream. Yeah, go ahead and drop a link, Ucho, for sure. Yeah. Is it okay to say Ucho, or do you prefer Uchokami or Kami? Just make sure I'm saying it right. I don't remember what the channel points were for the last one, so I'm just gonna say that much. That seems fine. Actually, I want to do it more, like, just in case, so let's do that. Yeah. Let's do this one. Great. I should have started. Did it start? Start. Start challenge. Okay, there should be a challenge, I think, that just popped up. It looks like I think I did the same exact amount as last time. So last time, for anyone who missed it, we did a plein air sketch stream yesterday, like an IRL stream around the property around the studio. And I kind of walked around. You can watch the VOD. It was pretty fun. We drew some animals, drew some landscapes. I practiced with traditional media. We chatted about art. And if you want to do that again, or if you missed it and you'd like a chance to do it in the future, you can let me know by donating channel points. And you can earn channel points by following, by lurking, by hanging out through the raids, I think by subscribing also. I think somebody told me if you are a subscriber, I don't know if this is true for Twitch Turbo, but if you're a subscriber, you get extra channel points or something. So anyway, if that sounds fun to you, oh, we're already at 1%. Some people have donated. Anyway, if that sounds fun, that's how you make that happen. Okay. And then if you come back tonight, we're actually going to be doing a stream from the studio, and I'll be having a prediction up. You can spend channel points on that too. I'm trying to come up with more ways for you guys to spend your channel points. I'm sorry that I don't have that many right now. So Twitch dropped it from 50 to 10 points. For what? Wait, dropped it from 50 to 10 channel points for what, Rayor? One of the frames. Oh, let's check it out. Oh, this looks great! Oh my gosh, Ucho. You guys, look at what Ucho did. This looks fantastic. Really great inking. Really nice details in the clothes, too. We need to do more clothing streams, because I need to learn how to do this. This is lovely. Oh, for the little chests. Oh, you don't get as many. Oh, bummer. I wonder if the subscribers do, or if that's just something that's gone now. This looks great. Uchokami, thank you so much for sharing. If you guys aren't following Uchokami and you want to see more work like this, make sure you click that little heart. Very, very cool. Is this, you said it was for a commission, or is this your own? Whoops, we have an ad, sorry. We'll keep this up. We'll keep this up during the ad breaks, I apologize. Oh my gosh, we've already reached 6K for the Plein Air sketch stream? Okay, maybe I didn't put it high enough. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're in an ad now. So if you can hear the sound of my voice, guys, feel free to arch your back, to stretch. Oof, I am sore. Holy cow, why am I so sore? You want to kind of arch your back and like push. And hold your shoulder blades together. So that's kind of the posture stretch, right? Ooh, my muscles back there in between my shoulder blades are sore. I wonder why. What did I do yesterday? I carried a chair. I don't feel like that should have made me sore. Maybe it was just like standing and painting all day or something, or all morning. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead and stretch, and after you've kind of arched your back and held your shoulder blades together, you just kind of drop your shoulders, and it puts you into a more like upright position, essentially. Yeah. And then you can also do a carpal tunnel stretch. I actually did these right before stream, but we'll do one right now too, just so I can show people. If you can hear me or see me, you're just going to take your hand, hold it out in front of you like this, and then point your fingers at the floor. So go from this position to that position. You can push your hand against the wall if that's easiest for you, if it's hard for you to do this. Or you can take your other hand, hold it on top of your fingers and your thumb, and just gently pull your fingers and your thumb toward your body as your fingers are pointed at the ground, okay? You want to try and get your thumb in there especially, because that's supposed to be a really important part of this stretch. Yeah. And hold that for about 20 seconds or so. And I totally forgot to do the ads command. But, whoops, it's ad, sorry. But yeah, we just stretch during the ads, so that's all you're missing. Hopefully people who are stuck in ads can read that. Usually I announce that before the ads start, but I wasn't paying attention. There we go. Okay, got the good wrist rotations done. You could do some rev the motorcycle, all that good stuff. It's just gone. You still get the bonus for being a sub. The base amount was reduced. Oh, I see. Oh, that stinks. I didn't know that. I wonder why they changed it. Maybe people were getting too many channel points. I do feel like if you lurk on streams, you do end up with quite a few channel points after not very much time. So maybe they decided to lower it for that reason. This orange is very messy. Hey Rue! Sorry, I just ate an orange. We were just looking at art from our raider, from Ucho Kami. Yes, hopefully everybody unshrimped appropriately. How you doing, Rue? Rue, how's the job going? I hope it's going well. Yes, it is great, right? But thank you again, Ucho, for sharing. So sorry that the ads happened right in the middle of showing your work, but we kept it up the whole time. And thank you for the raid as well. So there you are. Oh, you got another contract with the Bat documentary team. That's exciting. That's exciting. Were you here when we did bats on Monday? I can't remember. We drew mega bats for Bat Appreciation Day. Even though Bat Appreciation Day is actually, I think, on Thursday. Yeah, this looks great. Thank you again for sharing. And it was nice to meet you. Yeah. Well, it's Bat Appreciation Day coming up, so, you know, if you wanted to, like, promote your bats, I bet it'd be a good day to do it. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, Rue. Okay. I'm gonna sneakily shout out another artist who said hi earlier in the chat that I think you guys should go watch. Dusky Woods. Make sure you aren't missing Dusky Woods. I've been really bad about the shout outs lately. Hopefully I don't offend anybody. I do try to shout people out when I remember to. But I also know people aren't here just for the shoutouts. At least that's how I feel when I go into another channel. But I don't know, I think the art community on Twitch is really cool. And I want everyone to know everyone, so. Let's see, I'm gonna draw another elephant. Let me grab another reference here. Okay. Let's do, I want to do another action pose. How about, I really like this pose, but it's sort of hard to see. Sort of hard to see what's going on. This one's really fun. It's like pretty heavily photoshopped, but I do sort of like the muscle detail, so let's do this one. Looking for a dream, for my destiny. Ouch. Sorry, that was a weird hiccup. Let's do this guy. He looks fun. Why isn't this deleting? There it goes. I've got to get a wired keyboard, you guys. This wireless keyboard thing is not. This is for the birds. It's driving me crazy. I feel like it worked well for like the first year, and it has just worked horribly ever since. Turn out right. There we go. I'm trying to keep everything on the same layer. Sometimes I would do. Hopefully the music's not too loud, let me know. And I'm also glad you think it's chill here, I appreciate that. I try to keep it fun and chill. Pretty relaxed bunch most of the time. Alright, this isn't gonna work. I'll draw it on this side and I'll move it. What a fun elephant. I like this pose. It's very, looks like a pretty young elephant. Maybe a buck kind of going crazy. I'm not sure. Or a bull. They don't call them bucks, they call them bulls. I like thinking about how their tusks are in relation to their eyes. There's this really fun, I don't know. They're just like good landmarks, I think. Because the tusk skin tends to come out from right below the eyes, and it sort of wraps around them. Like, remember, these are teeth. You can almost think of them like Goofy's teeth. Oh, hi. Yeah, there's Dusky. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out a lurk. I was just trying to shout out the cool artist I'd seen in chat. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. You're all good. Appreciate the lurk. Appreciate anybody who wants to lurk, honestly. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I like the reference too. It's a good one. A lot of action going on in the ears here. Elephant ears are super fun. Trying really hard to think about the the anatomy though as I do this too. Like ask myself, you know, why is the skin stretching this way, and what's going on with all the knobbly bits? Elven skulls are very cool, I agree. Yeah. They are extremely unique. I'll just say that, extremely unique. I just love, man, like you can just really see the power of these creatures. Like look at this cool, I love this like muscular leg and foot situation. Like, you just really get a good feel for the anatomy right there. You can see the skin being pulled that way by the wrist bone, and really get a feel for like everything going on underneath in a way that I find really fun. Like it would basically be like that if it was like more taut. You can see the knees. Now that we've studied where the knees go, you can see those little ankle bones in this. Like, this is actually a pretty skinny, like, look at all that ankle detail. It's actually a relatively skinny animal. You can like really see those little ankle bones right there. That's actually pretty unusual, I feel like. It's either very thin or very dehydrated, one of the two. Yeah, they do. Walrus are really fun too. I do love a walrus. It's also a very fun skin textured critter. Oh, and thank you for donating to the Plein Air Sketch Day. If anybody's interested, we did start a new channel points goal. If you want another Plein Air Day, you can let me know by doing that. We are entering warm weather season here, so it'll be a lot easier for me to get that going. Hopefully it won't take as long as the last one did. I think you guys won that back in like December. It took a while to find a time that would work, but yeah, one thing I like looking at in all elephant references is like you can see where the tusk, like the tusk bone, I guess, whatever that part of the jaw or the skull is, how that line is directly in front of the eye. Oops, so they're all connected, and I just knocked my tablet off the stand. There we go. Let's try this again. Okay. So a lot of times when I'm drawing them, like you can even see it in my shorthand up here a little bit. But I always try to think of them as just like, here's the eye, there's the tusk. And just kind of having that landmark sort of can orient you a little bit about the shape of the head. But yeah, thinking about the shape of the skull is going to help a lot with that for sure. Well, thanks, Rue and Heather. I appreciate that. Hopefully we can get another one going soon. I'm going to think of more stuff for you guys to spend your channel points on. I'm always open to ideas if anybody has any. One of the things on my to-do list today that I think I might actually have time to get to is some Twitch updates and upgrades. So I'm going to be updating some new commands, some new counters. I think I'm going to do a counter for Casey is behind chat. I'm not sure what to call it, but I feel like I've been getting behind chat a lot lately, and I think that one might be a funny one. Exclamation point chat, maybe? I'm not sure. Oh, hey, Dangerous Buttons, how are you? Oh no, Pyro, you're not late, you're on vacation. Do what you need to do. I hope you're having fun. I hope you guys are having a good time. I'm sure you are. Exploring the mountains. Exploring Colorado. Yeah, you can always do a Draw Me an Animal. And if I can't get to it right then, I'll just like keep it in the roster. But yeah. I feel like the warm-up streams, like our gym, is a good time for Draw Me an Animal. Yesterday, thankfully, during the Plein Air thing, nobody redeemed it, I don't think. Some people jokingly redeemed it, but that would have been a little trickier. Because I can't really do the, like, show and tell part. hike in Golden Gate. That's awesome. It says reward is temporarily unavailable. Oh, it must have been turned off. Maybe one of my mods turned it off yesterday. Good thinking, whoever did that. Let me see about getting it turned back on. Unless a mod can do that. I don't even think about stuff like that. Let's see. Hats off to the mods. You guys think about stuff I forget about. Yeah, let me check on that for you. Elephant. Let me get this moved and then I'll go peek at it. Oh, thanks, Pyro. I appreciate that. That can't be easy to do on mobile, so I don't even know how. So, thank you. Hey, Nerduino, how's it going? It's good to see you. Ooh, a Thylacoleo. So I know what a thylacine is. Thylacoleo. Huh. I don't know what that is. I wonder if it's some type of marsupial? Maybe, because it's like similar to the thylacine? Tricky. I have no idea what this is. Let's go do the Draw Me an Animal really fast. So for anybody who hasn't been here for Draw Me an Animal before, you get to use your channel points to ask me to draw an animal from imagination or memory, if I know what it is or not. It kind of depends. I don't know what this is, I don't think, but I wonder if it's a type of marsupial. So that's what I'm probably gonna do, just like a generic sort of marsupial, and then we'll learn about it together. So just don't give any hints in chat. Feel free to go look it up yourself and laugh as I probably get it wrong. I'm gonna take one more bite of applesauce because I am hungry. And then we'll get started. Okay. And let's not put that there. So I have 5 minutes on the clock. It is 10:29. Thylacoleo. Thylacoleo. It's probably like a bug or something, but I'm gonna draw a marsupial looking thing. And then we'll just see. We'll just see how I do. So this is my guess. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, nerd. If you guys aren't following Nerduino, by the way, you absolutely should. Fantastic space streamer here. Space streamer. Well, okay, I'm drawing a rat, it looks like, on accident. I didn't mean to draw a rat. It kind of looks like a rat. That was not my intention. Hold on. Let me fix this. Let's do something that looks a little more marsupial-y. Yeah, if you guys are into science and space and learning about science and space, you will love Nerduino streams. He's a former NASA scientist who does like space Q&A and talks about space news, learn about all the comets and all the asteroids and the difference between those things, and stars and astrophotography, and you can look at, he's got a telescope set up you guys can watch. It's really fun. So highly recommend going and hanging out on Nerduino's stream if you aren't already, chat. I basically on accident kind of drew like a rat Tasmanian devil, so we're gonna give it stripes just to make it look like a marsupial, because I feel like a lot of marsupials have stripes. Okay, let's color this thing. Nerduino's rat. No. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. The absolute opposite. Whatever what is the opposite of a rat? Because that's what Nerduino is. He's a gem. A space gem. What would a space gem look like? Nerduino, are there space gems? See, you didn't think I could ask you questions on my stream, but here you are. Here it is. Tar? Is tar a space gem? Or are you saying tar is the opposite of a rat? No. Oh, because I see what you did there, because it's the backwards letters. Clever guy, that Nerduino. Space gym, like a gymnasium in space? Would that be the International Space Station? The ISS, is that technically a space gym? Do they have gym equipment up there, so maybe that is a space gym. No, I meant like a pressurized space diamond or something. Like, does that happen? Do we have any, or like any asteroids that have had like what we would consider gemstones on them, or is the temperature and stuff too different? I am actually curious now. Nerdovino is the one who would know this. See, this is my favorite thing about having access to science people here on Twitch. You can just spontaneously ask them questions, and most of the times they are happy to answer. Or they pretend to be happy to answer. Maybe that's the case here. But most scientists that I know are pretty enthusiastic about talking about their science. And it's a lot of fun. So go follow Nerdovino if you guys aren't already. Do it. Do it now. You also misunderstood? No. Because, sorry, sometimes my brain moves a little bit fast. Neutron stars have diamond cores? I don't think I knew that, or if I did, I forgot. That's cool. How do we know that? Next question. That's the great thing about science. The minute you get a question answered, it just inspires more questions. All right, I think we're getting close to the time on this. I'm just gonna put some dirt under his paws. Hey Isol, how's it going? We're learning about space diamonds. Join us. We have a scientist here in chat telling us all about it. Neutron stars have diamond cores. I wonder if we know that from like math. We probably know that from math, would be my guess. We think anyway, not confirmed because we haven't been able to mine one. Yeah, okay. So there's no like photos, but it seems likely that they have diamond cores then. That's still really cool. Do asteroids ever have diamonds? I wonder if you could ever have like a planet that like got hit by something and a big chunk came off and it had like minerals in it and then it spun around and compressed itself and then came to Earth. And then we could find it. That seems like a really specific scenario, but I'm gonna hope for it anyway. Okay, I think I'm at the end of my time limit here, so we're gonna say that this is a Thylacoleo? Coleo? I have no idea how to say this. Let's learn about it, guys. This is the Draw Me an Animal game. Welcome in. I'm gonna go look it up. What are you? Thylacoleo. Hey, it is! It is a marsupial. It's a pouch lion. You guys, I'm pretty proud of myself. I mean, I just drew it based off of, you know, based off of the name thylacine. You only wanted this because I know you're gonna learn what it is. Yeah, that's always the fun part, right? Right, Dangerous Buttons? So I'm gonna say I did pretty good detective work here. At least decent detective work. It's called a pouch lion. I got the body shape relatively right. I even gave it little like city feets. It's just really, I made it too small, probably. The largest and last members of the family Thylacolenidae, or something like that. It's basically a marsupial lion. Oh, that's so cool. A marsupial lion, you guys. Look at that. What a fun little guy. Hold on, I want to see more artistic interpretations of this. That's cool. The Australian marsupial lion. Pouch lion. So it's got a little pouch. See? It's got a little pouch. This would be so cool to see. It almost looks like this looks like a tree kangaroo. Like mixed with a mongoose or something. This is so cool. Ooh, I like this interpretation with the like koala nose. This is fun. I was more leaning like Tasmanian devil, for sure. Very cool. Let's look some more about it. It weighed, oh my gosh, it weighed between 223 to 287 pounds, or between 100 and 130 kilograms. That's big guy. Apex hunter of Australia. Wow. That's really cool. Big marsupial, yeah. It's a pretty big rat. Okay, look. It's not a rat. Asteroids could potentially contain diamonds. I will take that. I will take that, Nerdovino. Space rocks have diamonds, guys. You heard it here first. It's a small looking elephant. Hey Raven, we're doing the Drawing Animal game. Keeps his credit cards in there. Yeah, they're important. They're important. Let's see. They lived about 2 million years ago during the late Pliocene epoch and became extinct about 40,000 years ago during the late Pleistocene. I think that's how you say it, right? It's like, isn't that part of the Ice Age? Very cool. Pleistocene. Pliocene? I don't know. It's classified along with many other well-known marsupials such as kangaroos, possums, and the koala. I always forget that possums are marsupials. Huh. Well, there we go. If you want to learn more about this critter, how it got here, what it lived like, what it did, see a bunch of speculative art. Apex predator with a cute pouch. Yeah, there you go. There's a link to the Wikipedia page. I mean, I got that it was a marsupial. I didn't draw it correctly. I made it way too small. I'm gonna say I did like 50% on this one. Maybe 40. I got the tail right, sort of. But that's the Drawing Animal game, guys. There you go. That's how you do it. But we're actually drawing elephants today. And by the way, we are going to be looking at art that you guys have done. If anyone did any sketches that they want to share, feel free to drop them in the Discord. If you did any kind of studies, you've got about 10 minutes left until we look at everything in the Discord. So yeah, feel free to join in. And you don't have to draw elephants. I want to be clear that this is just an opportunity to do some kind of a study. If you want to draw your breakfast, you know, if you want to draw your phone, draw your hand, just do something from observation. It does not have to be an elephant. And then drop it in the art gym. We will look at it here on stream. But it is Save the Elephant Day, so if anybody wants to celebrate at some point today, you can draw an elephant and post it online and people will be excited. People like me. Or you can like talk about an elephant online. A lot of times with critters that need attention, they just need people to talk about them. It's like one of the biggest hurdles in conservation is just getting people to care. And they can't care about it if you're not talking about it, so. Alrighty. Should I color this or do another sketch? I do kind of like the colors in this image, but I also feel pretty confident that this image is like heavily photoshopped. So I'm not sure if it will be helpful. The colors may have been altered. Did very well, nailed it. Oh, thanks. Yeah, comparing it to the thylacine. Yeah, that's, I mean, the name is really all that I had to go on, so that was my guess. I'm glad it was accurate. Hey Paleo, how are you? Good to see you. I'm just gonna do a quick, I actually kind of mostly want to paint the dust here. Hey Turgus, how are you? Oh goodness. See Turgus, I don't know what to do with your very kind support. Did you hear Turgus? My studio tech issues, I think, we're testing it right now, but I think they've been resolved. So what we do is in the afternoons when I stream from the studio on Mondays and Wednesdays, we're just going to be watching it all month to see if it crashes, because it used to crash literally at pretty much every stream. There would be a crash. It was like very rare to go a week without a crash. But it seems like the internet issues have definitely been fixed. I think the internet's good. The OBS issue seems to have been fixed. I haven't had a disconnect problem from OBS there. And I think that was part of an OBS update that came out recently too, to help fix it, because I was not the only one having that problem. And then the PC crash. I think I maybe updated the right thing, so hopefully that's been fixed too. That's kind of the one I'm really watching for. So if we can get through the end of the month without any PC crashes, then we're going to have a stream party. And we're going to do some giveaways and stuff. And depending on, I don't know, we'll just kind of see. I mean, we'll see what my viewership is like, and if I feel like I'm a little, if partner seems a little more in reach, I might think about pushing. You've been hearing good news. Okay, good. You've had tech issues that I think, yeah, that's awesome. Congrats. Yeah, tech issues when you're trying to stream are literally the most frustrating thing. I was so discouraged last month. I was not happy. It was a bad time. It was a bad time for everybody. It was a bad time for the people watching. It was a bad time for me. Nobody was having a good time. Yeah, I know, Isol. We'll see. We'll see if we can get through the month. We're actually doing predictions. If anybody wants to come predict some use some channel points this afternoon. I set up a prediction for the first. Basically, you have the first half hour of the stream to get in on the prediction if you want to wage some points, and then at the end, I'll dish them out based on how that goes. But so far, so good. Numbers are in reach now. Maybe. I don't. Maybe. But they're not always like this. But I will say that I have been watching, and they do seem to be going up a little more, because my average is still lower than this. But we'll see. Streamer that recommends Streamlabs. Yeah, I do use Streamlabs. You can see Streamlabs bot in my chat right up above, Miss Yvette, or Miss Heart Rules. Looking at people a partner, you could get it anytime you decide to go for it. You think? I don't know. So here's really honestly, truly, like, no jokes, like, all joking aside, the intimidating part for me is like having to feel like I am asking people to hang out with me. Like, it feels really gross to me. Like, I don't like it, just because I don't like, I like it. Self-promo already is hard for me, and that just, like, having to self-promo like every single day just feels stressful just thinking about it. And like, I don't want to have my self-worth tied up in like whether or not, ugh, I just don't want to put that expectation, like, I feel like I'd be putting expectation on other people. Does that make sense? I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but I just don't, I feel weird about it. And I don't know how to get around that. Let your PR team handle the stress. That's true, that is why people have PR teams. No, I really do appreciate, seriously, I really appreciate your enthusiasm and your encouragement. I just am nervous about, well, a lot of things in general. I'm kind of just baseline nervous as a human. It sounds really dumb, but it feels like, you know, like when you're a kid, oh, this sounds stupid. You know, like when you're a kid and like, and people in the class will, like, there'll be a thing and people are like voting on somebody to lead the group or to like be class president or to like run for something or like even lead the team in a sports thing or even getting chosen for a team. Like, whatever those feelings are of like being rejected, like those are the feelings it brings up for me. Like, it sounds so stupid, but it really is sort of like the fear, like just like the baseline fear of like, yeah. Things like that were psychological warfare. Thank you, Raven. I don't think I'm alone in this, right? Like, you guys know what I'm talking about. And it's just like I don't know, to put myself out there like that feels really scary. I feel really dumb admitting that, but it really is that basic. Like, I'm just kind of baseline nervous about stuff. I struggle with it. Let's see. My boyfriend says it's not worth it because of how many resources it uses. So I use Streamlabs as a cloud bot, but I'm not actually running Streamlabs as I'm streaming. So you can do Streamlabs OBS, I think they're combined. So I just use OBS, and then I just use the free cloud bot from Streamlabs. And then I have like, they're like running online, like they're not running, like their servers are supporting it, not my processor. So all I have open right now is OBS, and then my drawing program. You did your first multi-stream yesterday. Oh, that's awesome. And you had some weird tech issues. Ooh, I'd love to hear what you encountered because I also would like to stream on YouTube and cross-stream, but I haven't tried it yet. I think I was told it's pretty easy to do through OBS, but the one thing I need to figure out is like how the audio tracks work. Like, does anyone know if you stream on YouTube, can you select which tracks go to the stream? Like, go to the VOD the same way that you do here on Twitch? Because if not, then I'm gonna have to rethink that a little bit, or have to find like a track, like a playlist that's all copyright free that I can play just for Art Gym, so that I can cross stream. Yeah, of course, Heather. Yeah, very much like your wife. Yeah, I do have a little bit of maybe some generalized anxiety about things. I'm definitely a chronic overthinker, so maybe that just leads to anxiety. It's something I'm working on. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, Dusky. Oh no, you're fine, you're fine. Somewhat dreading your upcoming charity stream. And yeah, that was scary too, the first time I did that. I understand. Just let us know that when it's happening so that we can at least like hang out and help you get your numbers up. Yeah, I think you do need a lot of RAM for that. You've been using regular OBS and then just using the plugin from Streamlabs for chat. Okay, even getting that working has been confusing. Okay, I'll have to look into that because I just have regular OBS. I don't have Streamlabs OBS. I don't think I use any well, maybe do I use a Streamlabs plugin? I think I use an extension. I think I have the extension like for the credits rolling. I think is a, oh no, maybe that's a widget. They have so many terms for all these things. How you doing, Lynx? Welcome in. It's good to see ya. Senpai Gaming has a few good tutorials. Okay. I can use most because I haven't. Oh, yeah, I think he mentions audio channels and systems. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I will check that out. Thank you for the recommendation. Senpai Gaming. I'll try to remember that. I think I've heard of that before. Okay, I'm going to find a painty brush, a good scatter brush for this. Nutty has good ones? Okay. Yeah, if you have time, if you want to, you certainly don't have to, but if you remember to, if you'd like to drop links or anything in the Discord, either in Video Share or in Talk Shop or somewhere where I can find it, I will definitely look at that later if I can remember. If not, that's fine. Eventually I'll come back to this VOD and I'll remember if I forget right after the stream today. But yeah, how's everybody doing? How's your Wednesday? We're about to do the, yeah, Orange Stream Tips. Yeah, Stream Tips would be a place too, I guess. I always forget we have Stream Tips. Yeah, if anyone's getting into streaming and you find some cool stuff like that that helps with like cross streaming or like helps explain things. What's happening? Oh my gosh. What? Clem, thank you. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Just random gift subs. That was super kind of you. You started a hype train. Holy cow. Thank you so much for gifting those subs to Elephant Fairy Queen and Izaka and Kitty Katara and Slime Rat and Dig Batty. Welcome, welcome, and thank you so much. Had a few weeks off work, been able to catch the recent streams live. This will be the last one I can watch live for a while. Aw, well thank you so much. Seriously, that's like such a nice way to pop in and say hi and to... Yeah, wow, thank you for supporting the stream. That was very unexpected. Oh, and I think did you just clear my sub goal for the month? Holy cow, thank you so much. That's incredibly kind. I really appreciate that. And I hope you have a good, week or weeks, and thank you for stopping in. Thank you for lurking and being a fan. Really, really appreciate that. We are going to be looking at everybody's art here in a little bit. I don't know if this is the same Clem as who has been drawing, but if it is the same Clem, we've been loving your stuff. And I hope if you've missed the past streams, I hope you catch the VODs, because thank you for sharing all your sketches. They've been really fun to look at, really inspiring stuff. If this is the same Clem, if not, I still appreciate you. Yeah. It is! Okay, cool. Awesome, awesome. Well, your stuff's been really fun to look at, and thank you for joining in. It's always really fun to see everybody's work for the art gym. If anybody isn't sure what I'm talking about, if you're just lurking, but you'd like to do some studies, there is the Discord link where you can go find the art gym section. You can post your studies. Oh my gosh, sharing my art. Thank you. You're so sweet. I appreciate those bits. Seriously, you guys are being very kind. Thank you for the support. I do appreciate that. It helps pay for the studio and helps pay for all kinds of things, so. Oh, BJ, thank you for gifting that sub to Clem. Clem, I hope you enjoy your emotes. BJ, you're very kind. You're very kind. Oh my gosh. And sharing. This is too much love, guys. Was not expecting this morning. Thank you, sharing, for pushing us to level, do we complete level 2? I actually don't know how to read these things. I think we're on level 3 now? Question mark? Either way, thank you, sharing, for 7 months. Holy cow, has it been that long? 7 months, wow. Well, thank you so much, and enjoy your emotes. Random hype train. Thank you, everybody. You guys are super sweet. Alright, I'm gonna finish this elephant. I don't know what to do now. Yeah. Enjoy it. Feel free to spam your favorite emote, chat. I don't know. I don't know what people do during hype trains. Rue, I love that emote, by the way. That's new. That's a new one, right? That's super awesome. Oh, so we have hit level 3, and now we're working toward level 4. Oh, hearts to you too. Hearts to you too. Yes, choo-choo indeed. I think I got really confused yesterday, because a hype train randomly happened yesterday too, and I did not know what I was reading. It was also, like, I didn't know what was happening, because I didn't have any alerts that I could hear. So I felt kind of bad. They tried to make the stream. No, we don't need to make the streamer cry. It's okay. I already listened to sad music this morning. I don't need to cry. Okay. Please don't hear this as a challenge. I feel like I don't cry very often, especially on stream, so I don't want to disappoint anybody. I've only cried one time on stream, and it was a complete, like, it came out of left field. And it was when we were doing the 2024 year in review stream. I did not expect to have the feels, but it was pretty overwhelming to, like, look at everything, because it was a really, really encouraging year for me. And I just wasn't ready. Anyway. Yeah, thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. But like I said, that's not a challenge or anything. You don't need to try. But just know that if anyone does support with bits or subs or anything like that, just know that it's really appreciated and it really does help. Heck, but even just watching the ads helps a lot too. Like, I don't want anyone to feel pressured to sub ever. Or give bits, nor do we know. Thank you. You don't have to do that either. But I appreciate the bits. Thank you. It's going into the cheese fund. It's going into the cheese fund, guys. Basically, all the money I make from Twitch helps me to pay my bills and keep the lights on in the studio and puts food in my pantry and in my fridge. And if anybody, I feel so weird saying stuff like this, but if anybody wants to support me more directly, you can always sign up on my Patreon. I kind of use it as like a newsletter, but you also get to see behind the scenes art. I send art in the mail at certain tiers, so if anybody wants to support that way, that's also an option. Because I know not everybody likes subbing on Twitch. So if anyone feels generous, you can do that. And thank you, of course, to my current patrons, as always. Nerdoino, oh my gosh, you're being too kind. Nerdoino, thank you. Thank you for gifting that sub to Miss Our Rules. That's really sweet of you. Fund the cheese. Yes, definitely funding the cheese. I am out of cheese right now, so, and I am gonna go to the grocery store after the stream today. So that's the thing I have to do between streams today is go get food. I'm not showing you guys a picture of my fridge. It's not as bad as it has been, but it's not great. And there's really nothing in there. There's like some packets of dressing and some green onions. It's not great, so I need to go get more. Oh, something just happened. What was that? Something just happened. I heard an alert. Yeah, I need to go. I know. I haven't gone in like 2 weeks, so I've pretty much just eaten everything. And so it's just time to go refresh. Oh, thank you, Dig, for that follow. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, someone followed, but it didn't. Stream Elements didn't say it in the chat, which it's supposed to. Yeah, I think it was Clem. Clem that gifted you that sub. Enjoy your cheese emotes and your dinosaur emotes and whatever other emotes you've gotten now for the next month and your ad-free viewing. And thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well. We're just doing the art gym, so we're actually about to look at the art that everybody else has been drawing in just a minute. But I'm trying to get these dust textures in here. But yes, thank you everybody for that level 3 hype train. That was very generous. You like the Stampy one? Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. I'm gonna try and color in a little bit, and then we'll get into what you guys have done. Oh, thank you guys for that level 3 hype train. Did I get an emote? I haven't gotten an emote in a while. What did I get? I got this emote. Well, thank you for that emote that I now have. I don't know what's happening in it. Looks like a Sailor Moon person. I have no idea. But there we are. Thank you, Twitch. Thank you, everybody. Oh, that is a cute one. Is that the one you got? Did you see the video of the elephants doing an alert circle? No! No, I didn't. Do you have a link? Or maybe drop it in the Discord and I'll watch it later? An alert circle? You mean like when they're defending a baby? I don't know what that means. Looks like someone who just heard somebody talk smack about a close friend. It's true. That's cool. I love, man, elephant behavior is so interesting. If anybody's interested in a really good book on elephant behavior, and this is like the nerdiest thing I could say right now, but whatever, it's Save the Elephant Day. We're here to talk about elephants today. There's this really great book by a field biologist named Cynthia Moss. It's called Elephant Memories. I really enjoyed it. It talks a lot about, like, this lady dedicated like 30 years of her life to living with and studying animals. And when they get threatened, okay, so it was when they gather around their kids. Oh, during an earthquake. Oh, that's so cool. So an earthquake happened and their instinct was to protect the baby. That's awesome. That's awesome. Very, very cool. I didn't know it was called an alert circle, but I guess I could, yeah, I can see why. That's awesome. I'll have to look up that video. I think I did hear somebody talking about an elephant video, but I didn't have a chance to watch it, so thank you for letting me know. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. Thank you. Thank you for dropping in Discord, too. It's a lot easier for me to remember stuff that way. Eventually, I see all the things in Discord. Sometimes it takes me a day or two to get to everything, but I do tend to see most of it. Met some rescue baby elephants. Aww, that's cool that you got to go to Kenya and meet baby elephants. I'm gonna go to Kenya and meet baby elephants. I actually have been on a safari one time in Rwanda, but we didn't see any elephants. We only saw elephant scat. So I was like, oh, the elephants were just here, and I was like, great. Can we go to where they are now? No, we couldn't find them. I was very sad, but that's really cool. Your husband is Kenyan. Oh, cool. And the baby was so into your shoe. That's cute. Yeah, they're hyper intelligent. They're hyper intelligent creatures. Elephants are fascinating, honestly. They're just the coolest animals. I love elephants. Definitely my favorite. Hands down. Fun to draw, one. That's always a plus for me if it's fun to draw. Elephants are super fun to draw. Don't be intimidated, just study the anatomy and you'll fall in love with them too. But they're also just super intelligent, very interesting, very charismatic. Just all around good animal, you know? Also, hey Brush, how are you doing? You felt the shaking up in San Fernando. Oh wow. Yeah, I was, I think Pinion was in chat when it happened and was like, holy cow, there was just an earthquake. Okay, there we are. Well, look who came out of the mines. Hey, Prue, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Casual Geographic, yes. Yes. Yeah, I do like Casual Geographic a lot. He's very fun. Good, I'm glad you're doing well. We are just wrapping up here at the art gym. So I've done my sketches for the day. And, your house has been shaking for a couple of days, but it's just the construction. Okay, good. I was like, there shouldn't be earthquakes where you're at. I don't think that's normal. It's the famous thing. Yeah, you should. You totally should. Okay. Excuse me. Let's get into what you guys did. You've been lurking. Oh, seriously, Prue, thank you. That means a lot. Honestly, anybody who lurks, that's one of the best ways to support any streamer. Really, really appreciate it. Especially if my PR team is really wanting to push me for partner. We'll have to see. Oh, thank you. I do love elephants. We've been nerding out about elephants all day. Uh-oh. Everybody stop everything. Kev's here. Kev has some scientific fun facts about elephants. Let's see. Scientific fun facts about elephants, number 1. Elephants average about 2 to 3 kcs high and 3 to 4 kcs in length. I guess that's probably true. That sounds right. That might be actually a fact. Okay. Number 2. As seen in the historical documentary Robin Hood, created by Disney Studios, oh gosh, elephants can use their trunks as trumpets. I mean, also technically true. So far, Kev, you're 2 for 3 here. Let's see what the third one is. Elephants are actually allergic to peanuts, like you. Are they? I do actually think they don't like peanuts that much. Or like they're not actually good for elephants. Kev, this might be the most scientific fun facts you've ever given. Kev, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. We always appreciate you around here. What do you mean, Casey? Yeah, what do I mean? What could I possibly mean? What do I mean? Yeah, they're always scientific. I'm sorry. The cave elephants are interesting. The cave elephants? You mean the drawings? Or like prehistoric elephants? Prehistoric elephants are crazy. If you guys haven't seen, gosh, what's that one's name with the like shovel underbite of death? I forget what its name is. Something Plotidon, probably. There are cave-dwelling elephants now. What? Are these like pygmy elephants? Now I have to look this up. Or stop everything. We're learning about cave-dwelling elephants now. That is hard to say. Are these forest elephants or are these Asian elephants? Let's see. A herd of elephants seen deep inside a cave. Oh, they're after the salt. That makes sense. Yes, this is a known behavior. They based the behavior of the Triceratops in Prehistoric Planet after these. I have heard of this. Where is this? Mount Elgin, Kenya. So these are African elephants. They almost look like they might be forest elephants, but it's hard to tell. They have here's the picture I'm looking at. It's kind of creepy looking, but that's just because of the lighting. They have very straight tusks. Forest elephants tend to have very, very straight tusks. They're a little bit shorter than savanna elephants, and they also have really, really round ears, which is like a trait. It's hard to tell though in this lighting. I think there's another, and they live and work in smaller groups too, but it's hard to tell with this picture. That's really cool. I don't think I've ever seen a picture of those. Cave elephants, man. Do they hang from the ceiling like bats? If you want them to. Getting the feeling that Casey doesn't appreciate my... No, I appreciate it. I appreciate your research immensely. We are going to go into the art gym section of the Discord now. So if anybody has been working on some studies, I can check really fast on Blue Sky and see. I don't think too many people are using Blue Sky yet to share art, but if you'd like to, feel free to post a comment there, and I'm happy to look at that as well if you prefer not to join a Discord. But let's get into the elephants today. So happy Save the Elephant Day, everybody. We're going to scroll down to everything we looked at after, like, since yesterday. So we did plein air sketching yesterday. I actually didn't get a chance to take a photo of my stuff and stick it in here, but I made a little line so I'd know where to stop. So we're going to start here with Amazing Fan 15, our wonderful mod, drawing this very cute baby elephant running through the water. Lovely anatomy. Really great job on the knees and the wrists and stuff, especially. That's kind of a tricky angle there. But you did a great job with this, Amaze. This is such a cute drawing of a little baby elephant. I love them. Really, really good anatomy, good structure. Like, great job actually looking at the reference. It's really important to draw what you see and not what you think you see. So you can always tell when someone's doing that, when their drawing actually looks like they were using the reference. So it's very easy to kind of imagine what things look like and make it up in your head, and then put that on the page. So, well done, Amaze. Love a cute little baby Pfeffalint here. Cute little guy. I want to scratch his head. I know, right, Isol? They're kind of like rambunctious puppies who don't know their own size, and they can actually really hurt you. These little elephants are extremely heavy and powerful still. Very cute. We have another, this one's from Dusky. Dusky, oh my gosh, thank you for participating. Awesome to see some studies from you. If you guys aren't following Dusky, look at these. This is a study of what did you call it? A Dinotherium. These guys are wild. So look at where the tusks are going here. instead of having the tusks coming out from by the trunk. That is such a cool animal. A great study of these guys too. And then a cute little elephant, little baby elephant climbing over a log or something. That's so sweet, Dusky. I love these. These look so good. Really, really nice line work. Is this Oh, this is digital. For a second, I thought maybe it was traditional. It almost like whatever brush you're using looks very convincingly like a pen. Because I definitely thought this was like a pen drawing. Very, very cool. This looks great. If you guys aren't following Dusky, by the way, make sure that you do as well. Follow both Amaze and Dusky. Awesome art streamers here. Well, I was mostly zooming in on the texture because I was trying to figure out if it was pen or not. But thank you for drawing along. Super, super nice drawings. There's a few prehistoric elephant exhibits in the La Brea tar pits. Oh, wow. I've never been there. So I've actually never been to California. Maybe I can work on that this year. I'm going to be trying to apply to TwitchCon. So we'll see if they let me in. But hold on, I have to hydrate. No, thank you for drawing along. Yeah. I mean, even if anybody drew along and didn't feel like sharing your piece, like, don't feel pressured to share if you're not ready to or you don't want to, but it's just nice to know that I'm not the only one doing studies. So thank you for doing some studies with me. Definitely makes it feel a little nicer when you know you're struggling along with somebody else. Not the only one having trouble here. These look so good. I love the cute little elephants. They're so cute. And then here we have one from Clem, from OOP Clem, I think, right? If that's the name. These are great. I've been loving the structural approach that Clem has been taking to all of their studies. This is, again, I'm not gonna... Sorry if I sound like a broken record, because I said this a lot yesterday too when we were looking at Clem's stuff, but... or maybe it was the day before yesterday. I can't remember. But just like, if you're having trouble with the whole copy versus study thing, one way to kind of tackle that is to think about everything as a shape. I know it sounds kind of trite and maybe old-fashioned, but it really does help you learn how to visualize what you're looking at on a two-dimensional image as a three-dimensional object. So thinking about the contours, like you see these lines that Clem has drawn around the objects, right? Like those aren't just decorative. That's actually to like, to force Clem to like think about the curvature of the spine or the shape of the bone, like what's actually going on inside the animal. This is a fantastic approach if you're wanting to learn, if you're wanting to train your brain how to look at something and interpret it as three-dimensional. Because a lot of times this is the part where people struggle because they're so used to copying from a two-dimensional image to make like, excuse me, I don't know what is going on with my voice today. Hold on one second. Alright, hopefully that's a little better. Not really, but that, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, just that's one way that I think people struggle a lot is they're used to copying like exact lines from a two-dimensional image, and they're not used to thinking of that image as an actual representation of a three-dimensional object. Guys, I don't know what's going on. Do I have allergies? I don't usually get allergies. I'm not sure what this is. But these look great. Really, really great. And you can see how those contour lines and that structural understanding of the dimensionality of the animal is really helping these to look three-dimensional. Like they don't look like flat drawings. It's because you can see the thought process that Clem's putting into these with, like I said, the contours and things. So Clem, these look great. Thank you so much for sharing. I love this style also. It kind of has like a fun effect as well. Oh shoot, we have an ad. Okay, I did not see that coming. I apologize. We're gonna do a quick stretch break and then we'll get back to this. So if anybody else has stuff they want to work on and submit, you've got like 3 extra minutes to get those submitted. But we're going to take a stretch break because that's what we do during ads around here. If anybody is not yet in an ad and you would like to support the channel, you can just mute the tab but leave the ads playing. Like, don't mute the video. And that will help, you know, help make Amazon pay me money, basically. So if you'd like to do that, feel free. It does help a lot. But for those who can hear my voice, this is your friendly reminder to stretch. So we're going to start with a posture stretch. That's the one I like to do. You basically just unshrimp yourself, right? You take your shrimped back, kind of hunched over, and just kind of basically you just overcorrect by like arching your back. So you're going to arch your back and then push and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Try and make them touch in the middle. I mean, you're probably not going to be able to, but that's the amount of flexing you should be doing for those muscles. So yeah, push them together and hold for like at least 20 seconds. Any less than that, it may not actually be enough time to really get those muscles going. You can also do some shoulder rolls if you struggle with like rolled forward hunched shoulders. Doing some like backward shoulder rolls, maybe rotate this way, can really help kind of push those muscles back the other direction. But after about 30 seconds of holding, you're going to relax and kind of drop that arched back. So you're not going to re-hunch, but you're just going to relax. And so what it's going to do is going to take you from here to here to here. So you just relaxed, right? And so that means you're going to be in a more upright position than you were when you started. And the idea is that if you do this over time, anytime you are sitting, driving, walking, just noticing that you're kind of hunching or your shoulders are rolling forward, just kind of do a quick little stretch like that. And over time, it can help correct posture. You can also push your neck back, which I need to be better about doing. I feel like I've not been doing that enough lately. So kind of realign your neck with your spine a little bit. And over time, it helps you with your posture. Let's do a quick carpal tunnel stretch too. Do some wrist rotations, do some revving of the motorcycle, some prayer pose. Lots of good ones to do here. If you're noticing any numbness in any of your fingers, that is a sign of nerves being pinched. It could be pinched here, which is your carpal tunnel, or here, which is like orbital tunnel, which is also called tennis elbow. So it's really important to just stretch your arms, stretch your hands. You can do this. I've heard this one is good too for like separating those tendons and keeping arthritis sort of, if that's something you're worried about in the future, which it does run in my family, so I should probably do that more. Yeah, of course. Thank you for stretching with me. I figure if we're going to have to be stuck on an ad break, we may as well do stretches and take advantage of that time for something healthy. But I think we're back from ads now. Not sure. Hopefully. We're still looking at Clem's piece. Clem, these look fantastic. I don't know if you're still here, but super well done. Thank you so much for drawing along and for sharing your process. It's really fun watching you progress. Turgis! I was not ready for that. What is this, Turgis? Turgis, is this a study? Turgis. Thank you, Turgis. You're very kind. Oh my gosh. What a beautiful piece. Oh my gosh, Esol. Turgis, thank you. Hey, Chris. Everybody comes out of the woodwork. Oh my gosh, we just got rated by Andromeda Creates. Andromeda, we were just looking at the art gem stuff that people have submitted. What were you up to today? I'd love to see any art that you made. Thank you so much for bringing your community here. Pay no attention to this last one. But I do appreciate it, Turgis. The art gym is where we do studies, and I invite people to share. Today was Elephant Day. I saved the Elephant Day, so we did some elephant studies. We do Monday through Wednesday, we do studies from observation. Look at the last one, look at it, Pan. Easel. I love all the elephants. I know, elephants are so great. We've got a link at the top of chat if anybody wants to draw an elephant. There's like a reference board. It has all kinds of stuff up there. But how was your stream? You were working on a birthday painting for DJ Friend. That's awesome. Well, if it's work safe and you'd like to share it, feel free to drop it in the chat. Or if you have a social media you want to share, or if you have to raid and run, that's also okay. But thank you so much for bringing everybody over here. I really appreciate that. For anyone who hasn't been here before, my name is Casey. I'm an illustrator. I am trying to get into the industry more professionally, but currently this is the type of stuff that I do. So if you come back in the afternoon, I'll probably be working on an illustration of some kind. We're going to be doing a studio stream. We do studio streams Monday and Wednesday afternoons. That's kind of my work session streams. And yeah, I'll be doing something that looks probably a little bit like this. Sometimes I do like creature design stuff. I did Die November. I have stickers. I have a comic, ! Drift, if you want to read it. Hopefully this will get picked up again this year sometime. It's my goal anyway. But I also do sculpting. So we do sculpting on the last stream of the month, which this month is going to be on the 30th. So I'll be hopefully finishing that flying snake sculpture that I started around Lunar New Year. Yeah, this is what I do. So if you like this kind of stuff, stick around. Right now we're actually in the middle of the art gym. We were just looking at stuff people have shared. The art gym, like I said, is just this, it's just an accountability study session, basically. We call it the art gym because the idea is like how you need to kind of an accountability buddy to show up at the gym. Sort of the same. I feel the same way about art studies because I struggle to do this on my own. So I'm inviting people to draw with me and struggle along with me. That's why our motto is, let's get the bad drawings out. We're just here to work through the bad stuff so we can get more proficient at things we're not comfortable drawing. So we don't just do animals, we also do figure drawings. Like here's a figure study one we did earlier this month. We did instruments, we did sea slugs, we've done all kinds of stuff. And every month is different. So yeah, if anybody wants to be a part of my Discord community, I actually post my stream schedule in there and try to keep it updated. We do events and special things. Like yesterday we did plein air sketches outside. So I try to keep it fun. But of course you guys are the ones making it fun. Thank you for hanging out with me. Really appreciate you. Let's see. I'm gonna catch up on chat. I think it was the duck. The duck had no pants? You mean like Donald Duck? That is pretty risque. Didn't expect it to still be going. Yeah, we're going a little bit later. We just got a raid. Just back from day 2 of visiting the Newport mansions. Wow, that sounds ritzy, to say the least, Sloppy. Well, welcome in. How are you? How are the mansions? But welcome in Running with Wizards. It's good to see you too. Just uploaded today's work in progress. Perfect timing. Let's check it out. It's not loading for me. Hold on. Let me go to the gallery. Latest posts. For some reason, I don't know if it's my internet or if it's Ko-fi, but it's like not loading the whole page. But hopefully you guys have clicked that link. Hopefully it's working for you. I don't know why it's not working for me. Usually I don't have problems with Ko-fi. Hey Kobe, how are you? You missed the raid out, but was lurking? Aw. Well, thank you for lurking on Andromeda. I know Andromeda appreciates it. We all appreciate lurks. Lurks are love, for sure. And welcome in. Thanks for sticking out through the raid. I don't know why it's not, loading for me for some reason. Let me try one more time. Is anybody else having this problem, or is it just me? Hi, how are you, Kobe? But I hope you had a good stream. I'm sure whatever you made was beautiful. Why isn't it showing this? Well, we can just look at Banana Party Yacht is today's painting. It's not, it's, maybe I'm just looking in the wrong place. But it's not loading anything. So like I'm just getting like spinning disc when I go to post. The about section shows this, and the gallery doesn't show. Alas, yeah, I'm so sorry. In gallery it works for you? Is it oil painting? That just takes me back here. I don't know what's happening right now. Sorry, I think I'm just having like tech problems. Because like when I click oil paintings, nothing loads. I don't know what's happening. It could be my computer. I'm so sorry, but you guys can see just from this preview. I mean, look how great Andromeda Creates is. Oh, we got oil paintings. They aren't loading. I'm so sorry that I'm having tech issues. But hopefully everybody clicked that link. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Look at this fish. I don't think this is what you're trying to show me, but this is what loaded. These look great. On the first page, there's a thumbnail for it. This one? Oh no, here we go. Let me just close this whole window. Science streams, what are you doing? I have a, what is it you said? Oh, I have this, it's just a black square. It's just not showing. What is that? What is that strange black square you just put in my chat? That's so weird. It's not, is it working? Andromeda, I'm so sorry. I think this must be an issue on my end because it's just like everything is really slow to load. I wish I could like get it to work. Oh hi yourself. Oh my goodness. Turgus, while we're waiting for this to load, I am gonna see if this will load, Andromeda. I'm gonna keep it to the side. I would like to show everybody your work, but hopefully everybody can click that link. Yeah, oh yes, we have an ambassador in chat, everybody. Be on your best behavior. Science is serious business. Oh, it loaded. It loaded. It loaded. Look at this cute It finally loaded. Thank you. Look at this cute painting. Look at this cute painting. Very, very cute. Oh, you're right though. Those are some pantsless ducks there. We gotta be careful. Turgis, what are you doing? I heard Turgis made lovely art. Did he go get you to show you? All right, I'll show you the art. Just hang on. Turgis. Sits up straight. Yeah, you gotta sit up straight with Sciences in the chat. He's clearly not about shenanigans. He would never, as an ambassador of Twitch, he would never ever go in somebody's channel and post really creepy emotes, but gigantified. I mean, thank you for the bits. I'm so sorry that they're just a little black square. Can't see it, unfortunately. Turgis, I don't like that one either. I think it's just the jiggles. The jiggles get me. Turgis, stop! What is this? These weird emotes. Oh my gosh. Why? Why does that emote exist? Yes, everyone has to be super professional when Science is here. Science would never ever be goofy. Andromeda, this is really cute. I love this. I like the textures. I really actually super. Is this like a sponge texture that you got on this? Is it a vinyl? I think it's a vinyl. Really, really cool. Thank you so much for sharing and for popping in and dropping your community here. You'd also never drive on stream and run through a red light and laugh and say I do it all the time? Science streams. Oh my gosh. Renegade ambassador over here. This looks so great. Thank you so much again, Andromeda. I'm sorry that we had tech issues getting the image to load, but I'm glad we finally got it up here. Stop, Science. That's disgusting. Oh, that's so gross. That's the grossest one. I mean, I can't see it. I mean, shoot. I messed it up already. Ah! Okay, fine. I'll show you Turgis's art. Just please stop posting weird emotes in my chat. I think I know that guy. There's a person coming out of the nose. Yeah, it's a green, gross person, and I don't like looking at it. I don't like looking at it. Okay, all right, here. I'll show you Turgis's art. We were doing the art gym. Okay, so it was elephant. It's Save the Elephant Day, by the way, everybody, if you didn't know. So we were drawing elephants today, and Turgis decided to participate. I'm not entirely sure that Turgis used reference for this. Technically, we shouldn't spend a lot of time looking at it. But here, let me show you everybody's art, just so you can get an idea, okay? So like here is a Maze's elephant he drew using some observation study skills. Here's Dusky's, like these are great. This Clem's doing some awesome geometric stuff. Oops, I forgot to react to these. I think we got an ad right when I was looking, but these look great, Clem. If you didn't hear me say it before, thank you for participating. Hey Kudo, how are you? And then here's Turgis's. I think Turgis wants me to show you this bullet, so hopefully you're looking. Where's the head and hands emote? There we go. I can't quite read that. It doesn't quite look like an elephant, so that's the best one. Don't encourage them. Turgis, we already talked about why I'm nervous about this. Turgis insists there's nothing to be nervous about, but I'm not so sure. Didn't get the job. Oh, I'm sorry, Kudo. I'm sorry. Don't stop trying. Don't stop trying. And we actually have a new submission here from Miss Art Rules. Miss Art Rules, this is an adorable elephant. Lovely painting. I'm guessing watercolor. Great job. I hope you enjoyed the process. I hope you got to practice your observational skills. The proportions look great. It's really fun watching your work progress as well. Is the stream to go see questionable? Yes, this is the stream where you can see questionable. I mean, no. I mean, never mind. There's no questionable emotes happening in the stream. Never once. It was a speed drawing. I whipped it out in 20 seconds flat. I mean, that is impressive, Turgis. That is impressive. I didn't even use my Wacom. You used a mouse? I mean, that actually is... Using a mouse to draw is pretty hard, to be honest. But Miss Art Rules, thank you for participating. So the way the art gym works, for anybody, this is a little different than most of the art gyms. There's a little more chaos in the chat than I think there normally is. A little bit of ambassador chaos, if you will. I'm gonna drop my sketches in here too, so I'll take a little screenshot and I'll drop it under. And that way, anybody who is trying to draw an elephant right now, or doing any kind of observational study, don't feel like you have to rush. Take your time, get what you need to out of the drawing. Oh, my little elephant got stuck in the corner. Whoops. And then I'll post it here under Miss Art Rules piece. And that way, anybody who posts under that will just look at your stuff on stream next time. So you have until Monday. The ambassadors bring the chaos, yes. Yes. Speaking of, I suppose, seeing as he's, you know, in chat and an ambassador and all, if you want more chaos, you should just go hang out with Belint on stream. Although, hey, you guys, congratulate Belint. I mean, I guess send also good thoughts and hugs and hopes and prayers, but Belint is about to be a father of 2 on tomorrow, I believe, is the, what did you call it? The eviction date for the baby. So that's coming. You guys really should, you really should go follow Belint. Belint is he's a good bean. He's very good energy over on his streams, talks about science. If you're interested in science, if you have questions, I think Belint even talked about that elephant video that we were talking about earlier in chat. So yes, go congratulate science streams. I'll be watching your Discord very closely from work tomorrow. I'll be at work most of the day, so hopefully I don't miss any announcements. But yeah, tomorrow a new little baby boy, a little Baba, as Belint says. But seriously, if you're not following science streams, go check out his stream. Go give him a little follow. He streams daily. He's insane. He has a full-time job and children, and like multiple jobs actually, and streams full-time. I do not know where this man gets the energy, but you will see that energy on stream when you go watch him, and you will be like, oh wow, this man is an anomaly. I do not know from what well he draws this, but definitely an inspiration. Oh my goodness. Belint does not know what sleep is. Yeah, that has to be the answer. And I think somebody just followed. I'm sorry my bot's not working. Kobe, thank you for that follow. I really appreciate that. Pushing me closer to my follower goal, actually. It looks like we may hit 3,000 followers soon, guys. We're at 2996. So, oh, 97. It just went up somehow. Maybe that was a delayed addition. But yeah, if anybody, I guess I gotta start thinking about 3K follower party stuff. Partner push. I don't know if that's the same thing as a partner push, Neil. But if we do make it to the end of the month without any crashes from the stream at the studio, we are going to have a stream party. So I'll be doing giveaways. I'll be doing something special. I don't know what yet. I'm still trying to think about it. But that'll be happening in probably early May. Just watching Jake. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate that. Now we're 2 away from 3K. So I'll be streaming again this afternoon. If anybody wants to come hang out. Listen, I will say this. If you want me to push for partner, here, I think I just need my numbers to be a little closer to partner numbers before I really think about it. Right now, my average viewers is like 40. And so like it's really cool to have more people than that hanging out, but I just, until I feel a little more comfortable, I think, with like being closer, I just don't know that I'm close enough to like think about it really. And I'm also extremely intimidated. Nofi!
Oh yeah.
Nofi Blue! Oh my gosh, welcome in! Welcome in, Nofi. And also, Blue Skittle, I saw you sneaking in there. How are you? Thank you guys for congratulating Belint, and send him all your best thoughts, seriously. About to have that little kiddo tomorrow. Send good thoughts to Lita too, prayers, all that stuff. Hoping for good health for everybody tomorrow during the baby delivery. Nofi, how are you? How was your stream? Thank you so much for coming in. I saw nothing. Yeah, I saw what? What are you talking about, Blue? Nofi, how was your stream? I'd love to see art from you guys. If you're not following Nofi Blue, not only an incredible artist here on Twitch, but just super, super sweet. Nofi has such a good energy, and sometimes streams with a mic, sometimes no mic, sometimes cam, but always good art. So would love to see anything you want to share, Nofi, if you have time to share. If you don't have time to share and you need to raid and run, that's okay too. But welcome in, everybody. To my stream. Thank you for sticking it out through the raid and giving a new streamer a chance. It's nice to hopefully meet some of you. My name is Casey, if you haven't been here before. Oh, your today was a mic stream. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know it is hard. Yeah, please take your time. Drop whatever links and art you want to share. For anyone who hasn't been here before, my name is Casey Snow. And I draw things. We do the art gym. We just finished the art gym for Save the Elephant Day. Happy Save the Elephant Day, everybody. Go save an elephant. right now. Go do it. No, I don't know how you do that, but elephants are great. They're my favorite animal. Any opportunity I get to draw them, I would love to. But during the art gym, we do studies. So it's kind of, the idea is, it's like an accountability session for artists. So most of us know we should do more studies, and we just don't do them. We don't make time for them. And so this is kind of an accountability session. If anybody wants it, I do it Monday through Wednesday. It keeps me accountable to doing studies, but we don't just do elephants, right? We do all kinds of things. Here's one that we did on Monday of megabats. It was a Bat Appreciation Day, I think is tomorrow, maybe the day after. And so we studied, I like megabats, so I picked megabats. We've done figure studies. I'm trying to get better at drawing people, so I need to be doing more figure studies, more gesture drawings. So I tend to pick things that I'm not super comfortable with, like somebody recommended instruments, so we drew some instruments. I only managed to draw one instrument that day. But yeah, we do a huge variety. We did antler studies, sea slugs, all kinds of stuff. So if anybody wants to hang out for the art gym, yeah, we do this Monday through Wednesday, and the theme is to get the bad drawings out together, right? So we're just here struggling together, and then we show all the work on stream. And then in the afternoons, I do stuff like this. Oh, thank you, Nofi, you're so sweet. Yeah, I'd love to show anything you want to share, so just drop a link whenever. But at the first Wednesday of the month, I do Sea Slug Dragon Day, which I really like. It's like a creature design challenge thing. We look at sea slugs, nerd out about them, and then I'll draw some usually dragony looking creatures, although sometimes they're less dragony. Like this one's pretty dragony, but this one's maybe a little more like feline, you know, so I just creature design prompt that we do. Very fun. But most of the time in the afternoon, you'll see me doing stuff like this, like painting, like digital painting, primarily, although sometimes I do traditional stuff as well. We did plein air sketching yesterday in place of art gym. Went around the farm and sketched some animals. And somewhere in here, oh sorry, I should show this one since Blint is here. Blint, it's your favorite piece. I'm honored that you like, if you're still here, I'm honored that you like it. Wait. Wait, what? Is Munchie excited? She doesn't understand. Aw, I bet she'll be a good big sister. I'm sure she'll have the same bumps most older siblings do when they're kind of not sure about it, but she'll be great. Let's see. Sculpting. That's what I'm trying to get to. We do sculpting on the last stream of the month. Okay, let's see what Nofi did. That is your fave. I'm honored. Let's see. Nofi, I need there's your link. For some reason OBS is glitching and I can't click it. Do you believe in your heart of hearts that Casey could— oh my gosh, Dirkus. I'm sure he does. You're both extremely supportive and I don't know what to do with— honestly, it overwhelms me how supporting. Like I don't know where to put all that support. But I'm very flattered by it. Nofi, this is gorgeous. You guys, look at what Nofi did. If you're not following Nofi Blue, they're in the chat. We got you a shout out earlier, but now that we have your art on screen, I'm going to give you another one. It won't pop up all fancy, but people can click your name and hopefully follow. Yeah, make sure you're following Nofi. Look at this. Look at the shiny metal. Like, just this alone, you guys. Just this part alone is so— I know you said it's not finished. You probably don't want me to zoom in, but just like, you've already got it looking shiny and metallic. That is so hard to do. And this bounce sliding, look at the bounce sliding off of the metal. Do you guys see this? Fantastic. So that's where this glow is coming on the cheek. Just really nice attention to detail. This is beautiful. This is beautiful, Nofi. So like I said, guys, if you're not following Nofi Blue and you want to follow more awesome artists here on Twitch, make sure you give Nofi a follow. And Nofi, thank you so much for bringing your community over here. I'm honored, honestly. Thank you for choosing me out of all the people you could have rated today. Yeah. This is beautiful. And if you need to raid and run, like, don't feel like you gotta hang out. We're actually kind of gonna be wrapping up shortly ourselves, but just because we got a very nice raid, I'm gonna draw one more elephant. We actually got two nice raids. We got one from you, and then a little bit ago we got one from Andromeda Creates. So I'll draw one more little elephant here. And if anyone wants to draw along, well, you don't have to draw the elephant I'm drawing, but if anyone wants to, we have an art gym section in the Discord. If you do any kind of a study, it doesn't have to be elephants. You can drop it in there and we'll show it off on stream. We'll do it next week since I already put my piece in there. It kind of shows me where to stop. But you can do that if you want to. We'd love to have anybody who wants to join. And then there's my socials if anybody wants those as well. But Nofi, this is gorgeous. Look at the backlighting on the hair here. Ugh, just look at the skin. You guys, just this piece. Like, look at this face. I can't get over how good it is. And again, just beautiful bounce light. Do you see this reddish bounce light that Nofi's putting on everything? It's bouncing probably not only off the hair, but it's tying it into these flowers here too. Just chef's kiss, Nofi. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much for sharing. Beautiful stuff. Alright, I'm gonna do one more little elephant. I haven't drawn a baby elephant today, so let's do a baby elephant. I always say I will join this. Oh no, you're fine, Nofi. No pressure to join the studies. Yeah, we'd love to have you, and I get that my stream time is not ideal for everybody. That's why I always try to tell people, if you do any kind of a study, it doesn't have to be current with me. Just post it in there and we'll still show it. Or I guess if anybody wants to, like if my time just does not work for people, I have actually been posting daily warm-up studies over, like daily art gyms over on my YouTube. So like it's basically the backlog of every art gym I've ever done, from the very first one to all the way until, well, eventually in June we'll be caught up to today, to present time. But if anyone wants to go follow along over there, you can absolutely do that. And yeah, we'd love to see anything anybody wants to do. That's not specifically to call you out, Nofi, just anyone who's interested. But let me pick one more little baby elephant. Are streamers who submit a panel for TwitchCon considered more if they are partnered? Oh, that's a good question. Actually, Turgis, I don't know the answer to that. Maybe Science will know. Dumbo! Yes, we do enjoy a cute baby elephant. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Where's the link? Did the link at the top of chat go away? Shoot, I've been referencing the link at the top of chat and I think it disappeared. Let me pull that back up. Oh no, don't freeze on me, Firefox. Don't do this to me. If anyone needs an elephant reference page, there they are, if you'd like them. I'm gonna be pulling my images off of there as well. Let's do a little baby. Little elephant baby. You know, let's do a baby forest elephant. They're pretty cute with their round ears. This is a very funny photo. Ugh, gross. Nasty AI elephant. Oh, these are cute. Maybe I'll do a pile of elephants. Oh, okay, no, this is too cute. I'm doing this one. Sorry, search is over. I'm gonna draw these guys because they're adorable. I think you'll agree, chat. Just look at these cute little It's Dumbo and Dumby. Look at them. They're so cute. It's a very small picture. That's okay. So I'm going to do one more little sketch, and then we are probably going to be looking for an artist to read into ourselves. Oh, thanks, Amaze. Okay, there we go. I love how with the little baby elephants, like you can see where their teeth want to come out. Like eventually it'll have tusks here, but it's just right now it's just like a little bump. And again, if anyone hasn't done any like anatomy studies of an elephant, they have really unique anatomy. So make sure that you check that out first, so that you can kind of notice things like that. You know, like that's kind of the point of doing the whole study thing. We're not trying to copy the image. We're trying to actually study and learn and take in information so that we can then draw from imagination later. So this is actually, I know it seems kind of counterintuitive maybe if you're newer to art, but drawing from life is actually how you become better at drawing from imagination. Because you have to do what's called, you know, filling your creative bank account, as they say. And if you haven't filled your creative bank account with information, you don't know what you can withdraw. Like, you have nothing to keep using the bank analogy. There's nothing in there to take out. And so you got to put stuff in there first. And the stuff you put in there, if it's from reality, it's going to impact the way that you draw your, you know, your character designs, your creature designs. It's going to give you more juice, like more information to draw from, literally. They have fun Cyclops skulls. They do. They do. Elephants have very fun Cyclops skulls. So what I try to do, and I'm not doing a great job of it right now, what I try to do is I try to block in my big shapes first. Try to get the proportions right so that I can make sure everything is where it should go. And then once I've got the proportions, then I go back and I do the details. So we got our proportions here. Trying to think about that elephant anatomy that we studied earlier. So I'm not just copying, I'm not worried so much about exactly replicating the image. What I'm trying to worry about is, what am I learning from this? And something I don't talk about enough that I should is, after you've done a few studies, like after you've done a couple of, you know, elephant studies, for example, go and try to draw an elephant from imagination. See what you actually took away from it, you know? If you struggle to draw certain parts of it, then that shows you what parts of the anatomy that you're still learning. And if you're struggling to draw at all, that should be an indicator that maybe you're actually copying instead of studying the image. And you might have to maybe reanalyze your process to see if there's a better way to study so that you can absorb more information. Because remember, the whole point is to become better at drawing from imagination. So if you want that, yeah, just I believe in you. You can do it. Art is a skill. That's the good news, is that it can be developed. You're not stuck with the place that you're at. You have to decide to whether or not you want to invest the time and the effort into expanding that place or not. That's all that separates a good artist from a bad one. And welcome in, Nahaya Hidalgo. Thank you so much for the follow, and thanks for saying hi. I hope you're doing well. We're doing a quick little elephant study here. Finishing up at the art gym. Hope your day is going swimmingly. You don't understand? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, happy to have you. And I apologize. I know I can be kind of a fast talker, so I apologize if I'm sounding confusing. Oh, thank you. You're very sweet. I appreciate that. Thank you. Just doing some studies today. It's actually kind of a complex pose here. It's definitely not some poses you normally see elephants in. I guess baby elephants, maybe a little more. They're pretty playful. Pretty playful little guys. Oh, thanks, no fee. It's just lots and lots of practice, you know? And also lots of studying the anatomy, too. That helps a lot, because that helps me know what I'm actually looking at. Like, I'm not thinking about copying these lines. I'm thinking about, what bones do I see? Like, here's the elbow, here's the wrist, so that means the fingers are pointing down, and that helps me to think of this as a three-dimensional object that I'm drawing, right? I know I say this a lot, but I feel like very often the issue people have is that they're trying to focus too much on exact copying, and that's not really in the long term going to help you learn how to draw from imagination, because you're not actually learning anything about it. All you're it's like the difference between book learning and street smarts, right? You need to share this fireplace that you saw today? Oh, awesome. I'll check that. You leave a lurk. Yeah, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate that so much. And thank you again, Nofi, so much for that very generous raid. It was great to see you. I'm sure we'll be able to return the favor sometime. You saw this today, Sloppy? What the heck? What are you in, like, Europe? What's going on here? That is a crazy, crazy fireplace. Alright, I've got to close some things because my Firefox is, like, freaking out. My computer's about to make a sound, so don't freak out. Wait, what's going on? Hold on. That was my computer, not yours. What just happened? Oh my gosh, we just hit our follower goal. Heath Invader, thank you so much. You are my 3,000th follower. I don't mean to call you out, I hope that's okay. But thank you. Wow, I did not think that was gonna happen. I thought maybe this evening, but yeah, goal, we did it. Okay, well, shoot, I gotta think of something to do. Well, how do you guys want to celebrate? Should we have a pizza party? No, thank you so much. Thank you all for the, seriously, 3,000 followers is crazy. We've been kind of creeping up on it for a while, but it's so weird to me. Like this time last year, you guys, I had like maybe 300 followers. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. You heard pizza party. Synesthesia, yep. It's a bring your own pizza party. We can totally do that. But yeah, if you guys have celebrate with a partner push. Oh, Turgus. Maybe. We'll see how we are at the end of the month, Turgus. I'll tell you what, Turgus. I'll make a deal with you right here, live on Twitch. You can clip it if you need to. If my viewer average at the end of this month is 60 followers, then I will do a partner push. That's about as close as you're gonna get to me saying that I'm on a partner push. But I will even look at it on Twitch. So if you want that to happen, if anyone wants that to happen, I really appreciate that. To make that happen, just lurk on the stream. Just leave the tab open. I don't have any confidence. So I don't think I can do it. But if you want that to happen for me, then thank you. And that is how you can make it happen. I stream Monday through Wednesday at this time. I stream also Monday and Wednesday in the afternoons. And then I'm going to be having a special game stream on the next Sunday. Next Sunday, 27th. So that's the one unscheduled stream that I've got. Not unscheduled, but off-schedule stream. So if my numbers average 60 by the end of the month, right now they're in the 40s. So, but if they average 60, then I will push for partner. Okay, you can clip it. It's okay. But thank you, seriously, for the follows, for the support. It really does mean a lot. Even though I know I do a poor job because I don't have a lot of self-confidence, I really appreciate everybody hanging out and just all the kind words. And we'll have to think of something to do for a party. We are already, maybe we'll combine it because we're going to have a party if my streams don't crash. That's the other reason I haven't pushed for partner. Because for months, my streams at the studio were crashing. But so far this month, they've been good. I fixed some things. They seem to be working. So if we can make it to the end of April with no stream crashes, then we're going to have a party at the start of May. Yeah, so let's see, if we can make it through April 30th, I think, yeah. So that'll be my last stream of the month, is my sculpture stream on the 30th. So if we make it all month without any crashes, then we'll have a party. And maybe we'll make it a 3K no crash party. So if you have ideas, let me know. You heard it here, folks. We are soft pushing. We're gently shoving, just like gently nudging, potentially. That's the best I can do. That's the best I can do. It was built from a guy at Vanderbilt. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. A fireplace for the birthday? A 3,000 minute stream, Kudo? I don't think I can do that. How many days is that? A 3,000 minute stream? That's many days. That's many days. Oh, the mansion itself was the gift. Holy cow. A 3,000 hour stream? A 3,000 second stream. Okay, maybe that one. How many hours is 3,000 seconds? I could do, like last time when we did the 2K follower party, we did 2K themed stuff. I watched you a bunch of years and years ago. Oh, did you? Oh my gosh, really? Hans? Holy cow, yes! It says you've been following me since October 16th, 2017. You might be one of the oldest, most long-term followers. I'm honored that you're still around and that you would come back and say hi. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've always been drawing dinosaurs and animals. Yes, that has not changed. The only thing that has changed is that I've actually stopped being afraid of, well, I'm still afraid, but I've forced myself to go say hi to people on Twitch. That's the only thing that changed. Wow, I'm actually really touched that it's actually pretty rare, I think, Hans, for people on Twitch to stick around that long. Haven't watched for a long time. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming back and saying hi. Yeah, come back anytime. I would love to see you. Gosh, I can't remember the last time we had somebody pop in who's been around longer than a maze. Or almost as long as a maze. Yeah, that's pretty dang close. Well, there's my schedule if anybody needs it, and if anybody wants to support something like a partner push. Yeah, we're going a little longer today, a maze, because of the raid. So like I said, I'm gonna draw quick, but you don't have to stay. As always, if people need to go, I know I've gone beyond my time, so please don't feel like you have to. Don't feel like you have to stay. Hold on, I missed something. This one can be future inspired, like cyberpunk. Oh, you mean the theme? Wait, what? What are you talking about, Pyro? Hold on, I'm confused. Check out the animal sculptures. Ooh, yes. Oh, those are incredible. Wow, Sloppy. That's so ornate. I can't even, like, fathom that. 3,000 minutes is 50 hours. Okay, thank you, sharing. No, we're not doing a 3,000 minute stream. I'm not doing a 50-hour stream. How many is 3,000 seconds? Let's see. That's the seal. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, no. I just wanted to say thank you. No, you're good. Looking for more art servers. Yeah. We have a pretty active, art server if you want to join. But you don't have to join mine. Nofi just raided in. Nofi's got a great community. There's tons of awesome artists on Twitch. That's actually really the big thing I tried to do last year. Was try to meet more artists on Twitch. It's a great community. If you're looking for art streamers, there's so many awesome ones. We have quite a few in the chat, actually. Honored to have everybody here. Hey Nuggets, how are you? Good to see you. I'm probably not gonna color this one just because I do actually need to go run some errands between this stream and my afternoon stream. So for those who don't know, I am a crazy person, yes, and I do 2 streams a day sometimes. And today is one of those days. So Mondays and Wednesdays, I do 2 streams a day. So I'm gonna be back on at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, which is in about 4 hours. This is actually, it's funny, this stream has gone on a bit longer, but that's because you guys have been so generous, and I really appreciate that. However, I do need to finish doing laundry, and I need to go to the grocery store. If you guys really want to see my fridge, I can show it to you. I'll show it to you in the Discord if you want to see it. It's not as bad as it was before, though, but it does need to be filled. It is sadly bereft of food, so... yeah, so I'm gonna have to probably end stream here and go take care of that. Go to the store, all that good stuff. Do I have VODs? I do, yeah, I do. They're on my Twitch page for, I think 2 weeks, because I'm not partner. Although, that is one benefit to partner that I am actually interested in, is the VOD storage. Oh, thank you, Pyro. Yeah, I should have just done YT, but it's YouTube. And then I have daily posts of my art gym streams, like these streams, get posted on YouTube daily. Basically until we're caught up, which won't happen until June at this stage. So you've got at least a couple more months of daily art gym posts, and then I'm gonna start cross streaming on both platforms, hopefully. Yeah, we have a Discord, we have all that stuff. Feel free to pop in. Twitch art is the most fun. Work made me busy, but when I was still in college, you watched so many hours. That's awesome. Are you an artist too, Hans? We'd love to see your work. Oh, it says art in your name. I'm sorry. Yeah, we have an art share section in the Discord if you want to share your art. Oh no, Sloppy. Yes, 3,000 streams is 50 minutes. Okay, so if you heard it here first, folks, a 3,000 second stream, 50-minute stream. Let's be honest though, if I did a 50-minute stream, I would barely get through the hellos to chat before stream would be over. So that might be too small. We could do a 3 times 3,000 second stream. But yeah, maybe I'll do some more like 3K themed redeems or something. Maybe the art, the Draw Me an Animal will get lowered to 3K from 5K or whatever it's at right now. Okay, well there we go. We did elephants for Save the Elephant Day, so happy Save the Elephant Day, everybody. If you draw an elephant today, post it on some social media, tag it. Let's get some elephant conversations going. Share some fun elephant facts with somebody today. Get people thinking about elephants. They're really cool critters. You never know who you're going to inspire to get involved in helping them, and I like them a lot. I like them a lot. You do, but you're a hobby artist. Okay, that's great though. You're a lab person. Oh, nice. That's really cool. Hey, anybody is welcome. We have all kinds of folks in the Discord. We got professionals, we got hobbyists, got people who are just starting. It's a fun place. But we're gonna switch to my stream credits. Thank you so much to all the follows today. Thank you guys for getting me to 3K followers. That's super exciting. We should take predictions. We should have, because I bet you I lose a follower between now and this afternoon. That almost always happens. But I appreciate everybody, and thank you so much. Thank you to the subscribers. We had so many subscribers today. Like, thank you for the gift subs again, Clem and BJ and Nerduino. Thank you guys for that, and for cheering for that hype train. That was not expected. Yeah, thank you to my mods. Mods are awesome, and thank you for the raids. Andromeda Crates and Ucho Kami and Novi Blue. Thank you all so much. And thank you to my patrons also. Thank you, Pyro, for getting all those links in the chat. I really appreciate that. If anybody wants to follow me on socials or join my Discord, it's all there. And if you want your name on the list for patrons, I don't know if my Patreon bot is working. It used to, but somebody signed up for my Patreon while I was streaming a couple streams ago and it didn't go off. So if anybody did that, I'm sorry. I will get your name added though if you become a patron. That's just like kind of one of the perks of joining the Patreon. So if you'd like to support me that way, if you don't like Twitch support and you prefer other monetary support, that's a good way to do it. And also Ko-fi. But I don't have anything fancy set up on Ko-fi yet. Anyway, thank you to everybody. What I'm trying to say is thank you to everybody whose names are appearing here in the credits. Thank you to all the lurkers. I see you. Well, I don't really see you, but I appreciate you, lurkers. You guys are incredible. As Pyro always says, lurking is love. It really is, though. Lurking makes our Twitch go round. Ooh, let's go say hi. Somebody's drawn a dinosaur. You guys know how tempted I am by that. Let me just do a quick scroll. Oh, there's a couple of good folks on. The downside, it's not really a downside, but the downside to meeting so many cool artists on Twitch is now I have so many raid options all the time. And I try really hard to make sure I do a different person each time so that we meet different people. Some of them are doing games right now. So let's go see. Ugh, and stinking Twitch just like refreshed it while it was in mid-scroll. Okay, here, how about, do you guys want to go see... No, let's just go see Carson. Carson raided us the other day, and we haven't had a chance to raid back, and I don't think we've raided into Carson in over a month. Yeah. Let's go say hi to Carson Druitt. Go say hi to him. I don't have a raid command yet because I'm behind, but if you would like to use a raid call, you can use this one. If you're a sub, if you're not a sub, just use different emotes. All it says is Casey raid. I have some others too that I need to get in there, but yeah, lurking is love. And thank you to everybody who sticks it out through the raid. That will earn you more channel points. It's really fun to give that kind of love to another art streamer, so thank you so much for enabling me to pass on such a generous raid to someone. And yeah, hopefully I'll catch you guys around this afternoon. Like I said, I'll be back on at 4 p.m. I'm just gonna be doing just some illustration work, some project work. We'll have like a work and lurk puzzle going on in the background if anybody wants to join for that. We're starting to do that now. Or just draw along and show me what you're working on. Either way. But I'm gonna go bring you guys over to Carson, so I'll see you there, okay?